I think that was a word. Like, this is, yeah, that's what I always did.
Instead of trying to achieve this seemingly impossible high standard of living without going through a mental breakdown,
what's wrong with
the
that?
rat people are waking up at noon, eating takeout, having a nap, going on their hamster wheel of running through their social media feeds, while using the least amount of energy and money as possible for the day.
去拍照，已经2点了，我对自己还是有点避数。收拾完出去，天黑了，没必要。
This is a way for the younger generation to reject the stressful lifestyle of being as productive as possible for the better good of society. Like, why would we want to do all that when the odds are stacked against us?
That's
and all
right.
we get in return after working for 50 years is stress-related hair loss and no retirement plan.
Exactly. Yeah.
就是很枯燥、很乏味，平常也是能混就混。 乏味就是每天工作都是一样。
It's tedious when you do the same things every day.
这周跟下周是一样的。假如领导
If my boss tells me to do something, I will ask if I can do it tomorrow, or I will ask, can somebody else do it, or can I not do it?
In Japan, there are people known as
if my boss asks me to do something, I will ask him if I can not do it. Crazy, bro. Like, whoa.
hikikomoris, who have more of a bedrotting adjacent type of lifestyle. The reason these young recluses never leave their homes isn't because they're part of a social movement who's rejecting a specific way of life. They've become so scared to go out into the real world, they would rather stay indoors where it's safe, and they can pursue their hobbies and interests in peace, often relying on support from their parents or the government. This can happen because of trauma, the overwhelming pressure society puts on you to keep up with your peers, or hikikomoris have gotten so used to social isolation, it's normal for them now, which can sometimes lead to what we know as extreme trash hoarding.
This has got to be bullshit. Like, there's no way. Like, I'm sorry, there's no way this is real. No. Like, what is... There's no way. How do you get out?
どうやって出たんですか?
The trash houses are a rising phenomenon.
ここから?
So it's straight, bro, it's top to bottom DoorDash.
なるほどね.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so watching the viral Netflix for 6 hours without changing my pajamas all day is child's play compared to this. These rooms are the final bosses of bedrotting. I made a video a while ago about Asian trash home influencers who got famous for their eccentric lifestyles.
Dziękuję.
Cooking food alongside their cockroach sous chefs.
This is the one I remember. Yeah.
Oh no, I feel like that Ratatouille movie had something to do with this. And adding a touch of mold to everything they eat. I'm still very unsure about whether their whole persona is a shtick or some kind of long con to farm views. But seeing...
I can answer that, both. So basically, for me, I mean, you can see pictures of me. Like, let me see if I can pull one up. Is there an image? Because I had one image of my old room.
За głośno ten koleś jest, nie?
There was an image of my old room that I had. I don't know where it is. Fuck, bro. I might not be able to find it. Oh, man. Well, anyway, it's the exact same as it was, right? It was.
The American government makes it illegal for Americans to stay wherever they want when they're in Cuba. They have to stay in what they've declared as 5-star hotels.
The American government says you just can't stay at government-owned properties, and we recommend that you stay at individual Airbnbs so that your money will go directly to people. Hassan Piker chose to stay at the 5-star hotel, which he wants you to know isn't all that nice. Cuba, I talked about that last week. We had Spanglish Generation on. I have quite a bit of experience with Cuban Americans personally. And
Raz, dwa, test, raz, dwa, test, raz, dwa, test,
it was one of my formative experiences. I found out I was right-wing.
Raz, dwa, test, raz, dwa.
Grade drama
Raz, dwa.
When my drama class gave back all the land to Native Americans, and I had just come from history.
Raz, dwa, test, raz, dwa, test. Dobra, powinno być
When they
lepiej
were at
chyba.
horrible war, and I said, well, which one should we which tribe should we give it back to? She said, that's so right-wing. I went home, asked my dad, what does that mean, right-wing? He explained it to me. I went back the next day, and I said, hey, I am right-wing, and she failed me.
Wow. What an air goblin.
I went to Cuba. This was my first real personal experience where it deeply affected.
Get ready to turn right.
First time I was in Cuba, it was for a stupid Rising Crust Pizza commercial. It was baseline budgeting.
Turn right.
I spent time in Havana. There were blackouts then, just so you know. The entire hotel. Then you go to a restaurant.
Get ready to
house.
turn
Everyone
right.
was camping. This is nothing new.
That sounds romantic.
It is, except for the abject poverty.
Oh.
Turn right.
And I got
The
very,
smell
very
from
sick.
the not working toilet. Okay.
And I got very sick. But I saw that, and then I, at little 16, saw Canadians going on vacation to the beaches, coming home, and showing no, it's great. I'm so
Keep
mad.
right. And then turn
This is
right.
before the term privilege, white privilege, was really a thing. But that really stuck with me. And here's the thing you need to understand.
Turn right.
You can't help people. It's not possible if they live under a communist regime. It's not possible because the regime will ensure that
left.
none of your help goes
Turn
to those
right?
The only way to help them is to get them out.
That's exactly
Turn
right.
left
The
on the
only way to help
playground.
them is to force some kind of regime change by any levers you can pull.
You have
so
arrived
that brings
at
us
your
to this
destination.
weekend. The Nuestra America Convoy, organized by Code Pink, those lovely ladies, arrived in Cuba with $400-something thousand worth of supplies, enough food for not even themselves on their own trip.
Really?
Yeah, and they went with Code Pink, a bunch of angry, shrieking feminists, an Irish rapper, and a Turkish communist in $3,000 glasses, and they want you to know that, hey, they're doing the right thing by going and helping the Cuban communists. Sorry, I mean the Cuban people, or they're supporting whatever. Just watch their social videos.
We saw, at least it made some news, the fact that there was an outage of electricity on the whole island. We're the support for the Cuban people.
They're under the cosh from the United States. They've been under the cosh from the United States ever since 1960. But this time it's kind of worse. And it's worse because President Trump has said he wants to destroy Cuba. Most other presidents have used
Destroy the regime.
language.
When did he say that?
The Iranian regime.
And as criminal as this blockade is, the intensification of the economic warfare against Cuba.
No Cubans,
Even
by the
though
way.
they don't have electricity, they're so rich. They're so rich in love, and they keep spreading that love to all of us.
Aw.
This system, this rigorous sanction system, actually dominates their lives in very meaningful ways, and yet we don't even know about it. Most Americans don't even know about it, and I would go so far as to say even a lot of Cubans don't know about it either.
You should tell them.
You're there.
A vision of humanidad, system euro for humanity, and it's going to
Turn
have
right.
little boats with.
What are you doing?
Turn left.
They're the supplies that will be going directly to the government.
On our way to Cuba, we have lots and lots of medical supplies.
That is what we need, Mrs. Droopy Dog Face. And those crates, those boxes,
Keep right.
that's
And
them
then
being
turn
intercepted
right.
by how much you want to bet that'll be in the black market are powering their individual
Turn right.
suites and mansions while the people starve.
Keep
This is
right.
not the first time you've made this point. You actually called it prior.
What do you think the chances are that Hassan Piker will be delivering supplies straight to the Cuban people, bypassing the government? Or do you think it will be going to the government?
Every single thing that arrives in Cuba goes through the government. The only
distribute to 11 million.
And the spirit of it, nice. They're actually, it'd be like if you see, let's say, there's a tyrant on a block, right, who is ruling with an iron fist, raping, starving, killing everybody, and they say, hey, we need help, and you go, oh, great, and give that bully $430,000.
Yes.
That they are enabling
the bully
and empowering the government, which will ensure the people remain oppressed. For as long as the government can get away with it, the government will ensure that people live in poverty while they live high on the hog. It's never happened any other way. It's never taken place any other way. There is no example of communism where that has not been the case. Maoist China, you look at Pol Pot, you can look at Stalin, of course you can look at the Castros, Guevara. All of them individually lived the decadent lifestyle that they champion against while the people live in poverty. Not one example to the opposite. So maybe that's why you can contrast these wealthy leftists supporting, enabling communism, which, by the way, they've told you that. They've told you that's what they want to do. While the Cuban people, who overwhelmingly, when you look at any data, and it's very hard to find because the government isn't too keen on transparency, overwhelmingly oppose their communist regime. Maybe that's why you see the contrast between these people, five-star resort, and the Cuban people living in total darkness. The only thing that lit up was the hotel where they were staying.
Sweet car.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Ah, look, Cuba looks fine.
Keep right.
Whoops.
And I want, again, like I'm beside myself this weekend, think of this level of evil. People going, hey, we're starving. Please, just can you guys get the government out? Don't give them anything. They're just going to use it to oppress us more. And then white liberals going, shut up. No, the government is good. And just to be clear, I have said their allegiance is to communism. I mean it. That's not hyperbole. They can't even make the argument that actually, well, hold on a second, we do want to work with the government to help people, but maybe there can be some reform. No, Code Pink backed on when these people gave a standing ovation to Cuban dictator, tyrant, communist Miguel Diaz-Canel. Here's the video. They are saluting a tyrant. Now, take this into context. By the way, we live stream at 11 a.m. Eastern. If you're watching a clip, we do it every weekday. That guy ordered basically the ban of any artistic display in Cuba outside of those approved by the government. That was one of his first acts. He arrested, fined dozens of people for internet posts criticizing the regime. By the way, the fine is 3 times the average monthly salary. This is a guy who imprisoned 1,500 people for protesting over the economy. Not for acts of violence, for protesting. Maybe the reason that the power only was on in the hotel and that convention center, as opposed to anywhere else in Cuba, was because this dictator, this tyrant, wants people like this, who he knows will support him, to go out and champion his cause on social media. Maybe he wants them to push the propaganda while people starve. Do you get how evil this is?
That's a very important 2018 all artistic displays with government. So that all the painting
approved.
That was approved, if not mandated or guided. That concert, all the videos are taken, everything had to be approved.
Yep.
They didn't have it. They go there, oh, no, you had no say in any of it.
Yep. And every single person they encounter would have to be people approved by the communist regime. And then these people go out
right, and then turn right.
You literally can't leave the premises from where it has been entirely orchestrated.
Turn right.
It's nothing more than propaganda. So let's go through the key players pushing this evil. And I mean evil. People are dying because of communism in Cuba. And these people want that government. Make no mistake, that's why they saluted it. That's why they're going to be standing up. They want that government to remain in power because
and
America
then turn
banned.
right.
Kneecap, an Irish rapper, I guess.
What? They got the best kind of rap.
Turn right.
Tibia was taken.
But 2 Chainz wasn't available?
So he decided to show up and support Cuba's tyrannical regime.
Oh, it's awful.
Oh, a bouncy house. Yeah. Yeah. Also, the remaining places that had power outside that hotel went out right after their concert. Including 5 hospitals, by the way. While he's up there in Cuba saying, free Palestine. And that's what the Cuban people need. They need to sermonize on Palestine. He even confirmed this, but this is not huge, so you can check out the David in Havana, with the power cutting out shortly after our gate, the message of solidarity to Palestine remains the same.
It's not just an individual. Kneecap's the group name, not the
I don't care.
No, I don't care either, but I want to make.
No, I know. And the kneecap the group. I'm sorry. It's like the Beastie Boys, but gay.
What are there 2?
So he acknowledges the power went off. So you know there's no power anywhere else on the island. There was some power, right there around the hotel. Hey, do you think that members of the Cuban government can't hit a crank and let people boil their water? No, of course they want to starve their people. For the same reason they have to have armed guards protecting these approved artists so that they don't get torn limb from limb. But he wants to use this platform to push Palestine. They want this government in power. Hassan Piker is the other player here. And I'm going to fact check what he told you. It's just factually incorrect. He seems to be getting dumped.
Go
He
straight.
stayed. He flew commercial. Looked like they were flying first class. I have no problem with it, except for when you say you're going on a flotilla and you're doing this in solidarity with the Cuban people. Stayed at a 5-star hotel, the Grand Hotel Bristol in Havana. The cheapest room is like over $200 a night. The average salary for someone in Cuba is $13 a month, just to be clear. Piper misinformed his audience. He actually just wants you to know he was forced to stay at the 5-star hotel by the American government.
They have to stay in.
Yeah, gross American government. Enjoy those $2,000 Cartier pedophile glasses. Here's the truth.
Cute little espresso cup.
Yeah, the truth is the opposite of that. It's actually the opposite. Americans are only prohibited from staying at government-owned properties. And there are plenty of people who do missions trips or do charity work,
Go
right? There are
straight.
exemptions. The American policy is actually officially to encourage that people stay at individual homes. They're called casas particulares, if I'm pronouncing that. Particulares. Meaning the American government says you just can't stay at government-owned properties, and we recommend that you stay at individual Airbnbs so that your money will go directly to people. Hassan Piker chose to stay at the 5-star hotel, which he wants you to know isn't all that nice. Does it get any more obvious as far as limousine liberal if people use the term champagne socialist? Could it possibly be any more obvious that these people are loyal to communism and that they're evil? It's fine though. Cubans love actually having no power being broke while artists from other countries get to play in a hotel with a bouncy house.
It's truly one of my favorite places officially. I totally understand why Will was saying that about Cuba. It's remarkable. The people's resilience is remarkable. There's like rolling blackouts that take place throughout the day, every day, all around the country, right?
Why?
But today's a beautiful day out here. It's like 75 degrees, sunny. People are partying. People are partying in the streets. I don't know if they have really nice. I don't know if that has something to do with it. I'm sure that has something to do with it, but like, it's just they vibe. They chill.
They vibe. noticed that none of these people uploaded anything to social outside what was taking place in that hotel and a few guided tours. It's remarkable to me. Yeah, they seem to be fine. Really? They're fine. They're rolling by, but they're cool with it. Doesn't have to be. And it's been going on for decades. This is not new. Here's something else. I couldn't believe that this was said out loud. And just picture someone saying this, like, yeah, the Africans in Africa suck, but the Africans in America are cool, or vice versa. This is exactly what Hassan said. The Cubans in Miami, the people who fled Cuba, they're actually bad. But the Cubans in Cuba are cool. So don't listen to the Cuban Americans who tell you. Listen to Hassan Piker.
Not in Miami. Oh, dude, it's the reverse.
Turn left.
Actually, exact opposite. Like all the Cubans live here, and most of them literally went, don't say anything. And then I just asked him. I was like, where are you from? And he's like, oh, Cuba. And I was like, okay. And I just asked him about what his feelings are about what's going on. I actually spat some Spanish at him.
Get ready to turn right.
Donald Trump needs to finish the job.
Turn right.
That's what he said. That was the first guy.
Yeah, and so would every single Cuban American and
to
Cuban who thinks that they're actually speaking under legitimate terms of anonymity. All of them. At a certain point, they can't all be wrong. But let me get this straight. The guy who's vacationing in Cuba as part of a propaganda tour cheering the government wants to educate the man who lived in Cuba as to why it's actually great. Than arrogance, I think they don't want you to know that they support communism. They would love to see a global communist takeover. They let you know, great, America better, communism in Cuba better than Donald Trump in the United States. And the irony is lost because you're wondering why Hassan Piker didn't live stream any interviews ago. Can you explain that to me?
It should be off the stream because it's like
to stay at the quote-unquote not-so five-star resort.
Right. They have a ton of cars, but
they do have quite a bit.
I'm sure he doesn't want to advertise how hard it is to get around people because it has been for years and years and years. And it's not a new thing. I'm sure he doesn't want to advertise that.
Okay, in 3, 2...
Whoa. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Lobotomies. Giving each other lobotomies.
Why? No, why are you giving it a lobotomy?
Because we have to get amped for the show, get focused, get energy.
That's not what a lobotomy does. Here, just try some strange animal brew from Blackout Coffee, okay? That'll take care of you.
What is it?
It's strange animal brew from Blackout Coffee.
Well, I know what that is. I'm the one who hand-selected the beans and put them together. That's all we drink in the office.
Exactly. Try that.
Pretty good.
What is it?
Coffee.
Did you already have your lobotomy, Steven?
What's up? What is it? Blackoutcoffee.com/Crowder.
Go straight.
Use the promo code Crowder for 20% 20% off your first order and try the new exclusive Strange Animal Brew. Yes, I chose the beans. It is the drink here.
Get ready to turn left.
Now I'm making it available to you. What is it? Coffee. Code Pink is the other player. Remember Code Pink? Code Pink, they used to be like the anti-war troop of shrieking feminists show up in something about hands off my vagina or whatever. Now they're in Cuba.
Turn left.
Wow, where'd they go?
Yeah, where'd the Code Pink go?
Where'd they been?
Well, they went to communist Cuba to support, to give a standing O to the regime. Here's a quote from the website. Code Pink is a feminist grassroots organization working to end U.S. warfare and imperialism, support peace and human rights initiatives, and redirect resources into healthcare, education, green jobs, and other life-affirming programs. What's funny to me is there aren't a ton of rainbow flags. A lot of free Palestine, but not a ton of rainbow flags. Yeah, Che Guevara sent everyone who he referred to as a faggot to labor camps.
Go straight.
Saying that the work would make them men. They're not super tolerant of that in communist Cuba, to be clear. It's not the only communist regime that Code Pink decides to support. On their website, they pull a page titled, China is not the enemy, which could have fooled me. The U.S. continues to manipulate the minds of U.S. citizens to support the war
and then
while funneling our tax
left.
dollars into militarizing communities in the Asia-Pacific that don't want us there. Now do Japan. Code Pink, the co-founder, again, there was Hassan and the Irish rap group Kneecap. So Jody Evans, married to a guy named Devin Boyce Singh. He works with the CCP to specifically spread Chinese propaganda. She has a Shanghai office with the CCP media company, Maku Group. We've talked about the Maku Group. They produce pro-China content that, of course, gets distributed across TikTok. You know, where Hassan also took part, the Little Red Book, right? Remember, he was, oh, wow, I'm going to cherish this forever. And, by the way, also responsible for 25% of Code Pink's donations. So the same people saying, hey, no, Communist Cuba is fine. Communist Cuba is better than Trump's America. The Islamic Republic is better than Trump's America. Hamas, better than Trump's America. The Communist Chinese Party, better than Trump's America. Are you guys starting to get
and then
the picture?
turn
You
left.
may think that one of them is, but when all of them are, you go, oh, their allegiance is to Marxism, which also,
turn left.
Hey, I'm just asking a question, may explain some of those on the right from the Johnny Come Latelys. Their
When
sudden turn to
make a U-turn.
not America first, but America and
Fucking
China equal.
cock.
The U.S. is not going to defend and cannot defend Taiwan. Now,
Should not defend?
should? I don't. That's not.
I mean, I'm asking you to lay out what you think are coherent.
I think we've reached the limits of our power, and power has limits. Like, that's another thing just to keep in mind. Power's not infinite; it's stronger, and we're in the process of.
And what about Japan and South Korea?
Oh man, it's hard. I don't understand exactly how that's going to go.
Yeah, we know
at all from an American perspective. But like, in the end, big powers want to and get to control their regions.
Turn right.
Doctrine. This is not
Go
it's like
straight.
Russia, of course, is going to demand influence in Ukraine, and you could say, "Oh, it's a sovereign country; they can't have any influence there." But real, a big power wants to control, hopefully in a non-brutal, enlightened way, but they want some influence over their neighbors. They can no longer be the sole author in terms of commerce.
Turn right.
Of anything, we have to share power.
Turn left.
Of course, because of their scale. And so there's got to
You
be
have
a
arrived at
non-destructive
your
way to do this.
destination.
Before America was the hegemon, before the US dollar was the world reserve currency. But now, what we want to do is open a dialogue where everyone is respected. Where America is not only a bully, but a willing partner in creating a new economic order that benefits everyone and not just a few.
I think that's the wisest possible advice and probably the only path that preserves civilization. But the one country standing in the way of that is Israel.
Now, here's the thing that I don't understand. How is it America first to open up a dialogue and bring ourselves down to the level of a communist nation in order to ensure economic prosperity for everyone? I'm a little confused. Why should we ensure the economic prosperity in China? We're going to kowtow to them. We're the ones holding the cards. What part of that is America first? Also, how do you do that? How do you ensure prosperity of the people in nations like China or Cuba or Venezuela or Iran when they're communist? and they guarantee that their own people will never experience prosperity. How do you do that? I just don't understand how that's America first. Here's what I view as America first. Donald Trump's the first president ever to do anything about China. It was a foregone conclusion that they were going to be a world superpower. And the worst part is they were going to do that through ripping people off and underhanded tactics. I want China, when I say this, I mean the communist Chinese government, as powerless, as feckless as possible. I don't want to link arms with them in any way. I was under the impression that that was America first. And we do have a guest to come on here in a little bit. But I do want you guys to note this is not an outlier. Okay? To be clear, when you talk about Cuba, China, whatever it is, but let's just stick with Cuba right now. Every leftist celebrity supported knowingly communist, fascist, totalitarian regimes in Cuba. All of them. And they'll tell you now, no, not that communism, and they'll move on to the next one and say, it didn't work, but it hasn't been tried right yet. They can't help themselves. They still have to praise the communist regime that is imprisoning, torturing, executing their own people. But it goes, let's go through the list of people who supported knowingly communism. Wow, they were executing people without trial under Castro's post-Che Guevara revolution. 64, Bob Dylan's girlfriend, Susan Rotolo. Francis Ford Coppola, Ted Turner, Bernie Sanders in 85. In 89, Peter Jennings, Katie Couric, Steven Spielberg, 2002, Oliver Stone, Michael Moore, Sean Penn. Now Hassan Piker, Code, Pink, Kneecap. They all praise. Do you believe that they don't know? Do you believe that these people just don't know that it's an oppressive communist regime? Or do you think I have a case where I say they do know? That's what they want for you. But here's the thing, lost in the middle of all this. There are actual people in Cuba dying. There are actually thousands of Cubans who've been executed for speaking out against the government without trial. Hey, leftists, there actually have been thousands of guys with a lisp who have been sent to labor camps to work until they die in Cuba because of the communist regime. There are people there without power. There are people who likely died in the hospital, which I understand probably was going to happen anyway because unlike Michael Moore told you, their healthcare is god-awful in Cuba. But there were people who were in a hospital that then lost its power because of Kneecap's concert at the hotel that was housing unknowing propagandists. What part of this is America first? And I see, when you look at the board, I go, Cuba, I understand that. Yeah, okay. And both together, that's going to make it tough for China.
Get ready to turn right.
The regime is a little bit weakened because Russia is, they've got their hands full. Okay, it's a good time right now. And the Cuban people want it. The only people who don't want it.
Turn right. And then go straight.
And those on the right who say it's not America first, but those are the same people who say we should
go straight.
I don't know what's happening at this point in time. And we're going to continue talking about this and more before I go to our guests. If you are not a member, click the button right there. If you want to join Rumble Premium, continue with us for another 45 minutes to an hour. It's $99. You get this wonderful hand-etched mug. You get 100% more show, everything ad-free, the Friday show, and everyone else that you see. Or try it for $9 a month. Look, you may think that we are pricks, granted, but at least we are honest pricks, and we're able to do that because we're supported by people like you.
You have arrived at your destination.
Through a nonprofit that funnels their money from a communist regime. So right now, for a first-hand look at how the Cuban population feels, the bad Cubans, as Hassan Piker refers to them, about the activists going to the island, we go now to Louise, our Cuban correspondent. All right, let's welcome back our Cuban on-the-ground correspondent, Louise.
Oh, yeah, Steve, what's cooking, baby?
Well, I'm glad to have you back. Let me ask you, what's the general feeling on the island with all of these activists who are visiting?
It's great. We are all super happy, and now we have food and power, and everything is perfect.
What, really?
No, Steven, everything is some more.
Him, and I broke up with him after I started doing OF.
2020-ish is when you graduated?
Correct.
Okay. Are you, in terms of what you learned, in terms of your degree, are you using that at all for your work? Or?
Yeah, definitely like the psychology tactics that really helps with sales in a way, like with OF and just business in general, kind of that did give me an edge with it.
But have you had a job in concurrence with your related to your education?
I mean, not with the skills. That's what I mean. Yeah.
All right. I guess one question on this: can you relate to us your one big takeaway from?
Gosh, I guess everyone has a little bit of something wrong with them in a way. It's always a bad thing, but we're all a little. We all have our quirks.
Okay. And you, question: did you take out student loans? For...
I was fortunate enough to have my tuition covered with scholarships, but living expenses were crazy. Oh my gosh! But that's why I kind of like started OF and like streaming in the first place, and I didn't expect that to like blow up like it did. But yeah, it all works out, I guess.
So that's your one takeaway?
I mean, I guess
we all have something a little crazy about us. I mean, I can tell you this. I didn't go to university. I dropped out of college, and I don't have a degree in forensic psychology. I can tell you that. Well, I can tell you. Okay. Didn't you go to college or any college? Nobody?
Just moved here from Chicago to San Diego, but I was born and raised in Florida. I am a adult entertainer in the stripping industry.
That's a first. I mean, I guess it is an industry. How long have you been stripping?
I'd probably say 2.5 or so, but yeah, since I was 18.
Any college?
Just high school.
And how often do you work in terms of the stripping?
Well, weekends for sure, but I do have lucky days on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Chico. I'm 23, and I have my own art brand.
Go straight.
In-person vending markets, and then I also sell on Shopify. And then I graduated from high school.
Okay, and you do body modification?
Yes. I also do human suspension. So.
Show it again. The split tongue. Oh wow. Okay.
And then I do human suspension too. So like I hang, like they pierce my back, and I hang from my back, and I just glide. So yeah. Yeah. This video blew up. This guy took me to the host. Everyone was like, she's a bitch with
No sex work.
No, I've been offered.
Hi, I'm Liliana. I'm 30 and I sell stuff on TikTok Post. And then I have a bachelor's in studio arts, and I almost finished my teaching credential, but low-key, my current job pays a lot more.
The TikTok.
Yeah.
Stuff. Okay.
I might finish it at some point,
Go
but
straight.
I like making it. I live in Oregon.
And where are you from?
I'm from an hour, like, east of LA, the Inland Empire, but I live in Hollywood.
Gotcha.
This is my shit. I'm from Michigan. I'm 25. I'm a welder, and I do fans and so I work and restore old vehicles.
And you live on a farm, and you have ducks.
Ducks and chickens.
Okay. And you refer to your ducks as baggage.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't have kids.
Go straight. Get ready to turn left.
All 60.
Turn left.
Okay,
Special.
listen.
No. They're all named after Star Wars characters, so Padme, Anakin.
Okay. How long have you been doing that for?
I began in 2022. Oh, and I do have a degree in welding.
In welding, okay.
Yeah.
And you went to like a trade school for that, or?
It's a traditional college with like a trade wing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know if we've had a welder on the show before. And are you, do you create welding content?
I've filmed my welds back in the past. No one really watched it.
No one cared?
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't you have to wear like a protective mask so you don't go blind when you're welding, right?
Yeah.
Because it causes eye damage.
Yeah.
But can it still cause, even with the mask, can it still cause some?
No.
You're
If you
like
were-
fully protected, basically.
Yeah. If you like wear a shirt like this, though, you'll burn your breasts. Like it gives you a sunburn.
You'll get a sunburn. That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had a welding accident?
I mean, I have burns on my chest, but
Okay.
nothing crazy.
Would you ever do underwater welding?
I would. I never have. I did. There was one accident when I was in school. My classmate cut the ends of his fingers off on the metal muncher in front of me. But it didn't happen to me.
I watched this. Nobody's gonna, like 3 people watching are gonna know this. I watched this video about Delta P. Do you know about that? I mean, it's not just welders, underwater welders who would experience this, but pretty terrifying shit. Anybody in the chat knows about Delta P, that is terrifying. And a lot of like underwater welders will, anyways, whatever, totally irrelevant. What about you?
I'm Michaela. I'm 21 and I'm currently a graduate student at CC. And I also teach intro engineering classes. I'm 14 years as a teaching assistant.
I'm Alyssa. I'm 33 years old. I'm from Ohio, and I
Go
am
straight.
a server.
Any college or anything like that?
I went to college for a really short time.
Okay.
Did you say server or surfer?
I'm a server.
Oh, okay.
I live in
I was like, maybe she works here like part-time. She said something. Well, born and raised Indiana.
What is she? I think it's like, yeah,
She makes good money, but she can just be like, I'm going to the trip. Yeah, and fly and surf and then fly back. That's it.
Last relationship I was in was the longest relationship I've ever been in. It was like 3 years, but it was like 3 years consistent. I broke up with him, and after I started doing OF, we started doing OF together, I guess, and well, he like convinced me to do it, and then a year later, he was just like taking a lot of money from me, and I was like paying for rent, groceries, everything, and you know, so I don't know, I just broke up with him. I was like, you know, can't do this anymore.
Okay.
Finding a new route.
I am in an open relationship. My longest relationship was about 6 or 7 years. It was my high school sweetheart.
Okay. How long have you been in the current relationship?
2 years.
And it's an open relationship?
Correct.
Open on both ends?
Yes.
Go straight.
And which one of you gets more action?
I don't know. We like to kind of make it equal, like in and out. It's like you get one, I get one. There.
Do you guys also do like engage in swinging or
Um,
threesomes, foursomes?
We've done
partner
threesomes,
swap?
foursomes, different content. Yeah, we're still like, we kind of want to just take it slow with the open part though, because I have endometriosis, but it's just like sometimes like sex can be hard to very health conscious, so it's like I need to make sure, like, if we're gonna, you know, be opening things up and bringing someone in, that everyone is tested, and, you know, just, there's a lot of cooties out there.
Have you ever participated in any group sex, orgy, sex club, that sort of thing?
Oh my gosh, I was in an orgy with one of, like, Hugh Hefner's ex-wives once. That was crazy. And there were, like, it was for, like, a content party. That was probably the craziest experience. But I didn't really, like, do much. I was more like a I was kind of just, like, yeah, like, kind of observing.
Recently single, relationship we hit the 3-month mark and that's where it broke. But my longest relationship was about like a year, but I don't even think it's really a year because it was kind of on and off.
Okay. So you've been single for about a month?
Go straight.
Has it been on and off with the 3-month guy?
Go straight? Oh, fuck.
Reconfused.
But the one that ended a month ago is 3 months ago. When's the last time you saw him?
January.
Okay, so it's a big break. You're not like, well, it's like
It's kind of like hard to say.
Is it okay, so when you flex.
Because he offered
Because he offered. But like, okay, I mean, you don't have to reveal your earnings or whatever, but like, what's like a good night? You'll make a couple thousand,
Recomputing.
and then you monetize in other ways. So like, what? You're making 6 figures.
Go straight.
A year.
Keep right. And then turn right.
Oh no, shit. Maybe you should pay for the flights. Maybe that's why it didn't work. It's like, damn. she's
Turn
making more
right.
than me and why am I paying?
Well, when I was dating him, I stopped dancing for him. I got a regular 9 to 5.
Keep left. And then turn left.
But it was a long distance relationship. So.
Turn left.
Okay. All right. Well, here's a question really quick, and we'll get back to the relationship status. Let me present hypotheticals. You have a 23-year-old woman dating a 23-year-old. She does not work in the sales role. Let's say he's paid paycheck to paycheck. And let's say I'm only making $25. He's paycheck to paycheck. She has $7,000 worth of savings. Should he, do you think the guy in that situation should be, let's say, it's an if, do you think he should be paying for shit? Yes? Even though you got 70K in savings? What if he had cancer and
Go straight.
care? So in the hypothetical I presented, there was not a granting that you're like pregnant or you have a kid of childless.
Yeah, but I just think that a guy should pay for everything at the end of the day because I don't know.
So the guy should pay, even like you probably are higher earner, you have a big phone. You're a higher earner, you have a big phone. Do you make like less? You make less? You make boyfriend, I mean a guy who you entertained, you know, you went out to dinner once. I would count that. I'm asking how many times, how many different men?
Probably at least 15.
15. How many
Yeah.
children do you have?
None.
0?
No.
So, okay. Men should pay for dates because...
What if I did get pregnant on the first date?
On the first... But it's like, I don't understand this argument that one day down the road, you probably don't even...
Well, I mean, like, a man is, like, asking to be in a relationship, and so he should provide for that woman.
What if the woman's asking to be in the relationship?
Well, I mean, I feel like women are agreeing. Men are, like, really, you know, asking for it.
Well, that would be secondary, but... Are you on birth control?
No.
Well, when you're dating a guy, are you on birth control?
I just got off of birth control.
So you were on birth control?
Yeah.
So then, how about this? Here's a proposition. If the woman's on birth control, you should not pay for the date. Because she can't have a kid. She can't have a kid.
But there's always a 1% chance. It's never like 100%.
So why don't we double down? If the man has a vasectomy, and or he wears a condom, the woman pays for the entire thing. So not just go 50-50 on the date, you know, split the bill. The woman pays the entire bill.
Yeah, well, I guess
those
it's just like my preference. Like, I prefer a man to pay for everything. That's like my preference, you know. Yeah.
You prefer the man to pay for everything?
Yes.
Why?
Because I feel like I deserve that.
Why do you deserve that?
Because I deserve to have a good life.
Why
and,
do you?
I want to have kids. So if a man can't provide me kids, I wouldn't date him in the first place.
Why do you feel like you can't provide for yourself, like pay for your own
I can't
things?
provide for myself.
So why don't you?
I do.
But most of the time you want the man to?
No, if I date a man, I want him to provide for me.
So even if they do provide for you, if you are dating a man, so you go on a first date, so right off the bat, you consider that he should pay off right off the bat?
Yes.
Even though he knows nothing about you, you guys are just getting to know each other?
Yeah, because he has to get to know me, and he has to...
but you have to get to know him, too.
If he wants to do 50-50, we can, but that would be the last time I see him.
That's crazy.
I feel like it's interesting because I only date girls, like, at this point, and it's interesting because I think, like, some people do that, but then it's usually, like, who makes more. But I see your perspective.
Yeah.
But it's like, I do prefer to date somebody that, like, makes as much money as me, because I've dated, like, a broke mask, and, like, they're a very kind person, but I don't want to be doing that. So I feel the vibe.
I've dated a lot of broke guys, and I've also, the guy that I'm with right now, I do not expect him to pay for my dinner, because he works his ass off for his money, and I am not going to go out of my way to say, you need to put your all.
But if he doesn't have enough money to go on a date,
Keep
then why
right.
ask
He
him?
does
And
have
then
enough money to
exit
go on a
right.
date, but why would you think that you are, like, why do you think that he owes you that?
Because I feel that men
He
are
doesn't know you.
Exit right.
So it's like, why wouldn't you put yourself, why wouldn't you put yourself out there and say, oh, well, I make this money and I know you make this money, but we can both split the bill because we don't know each other yet. We're still getting to know each other. You don't owe me anything.
I feel like people with the same mindset just need to, like, find each other. Yeah.
But so why you said you deserve a good life?
Like, I don't want to just waste my life with a guy
Dzięki
that's
Adrian za
because I
suba.
wanna have kids.
Nie, znaczy nieważny jest sub, mam nadzieję, że chwilę posiedzisz, pogadasz. Ale dzięki.
Ergo, men should pay for dates.
Yeah, because that's
But if the logic is, I deserve a good life, and therefore another person I'm dating should pay for dates, that would have to equally apply to men if men deserve a good life. So you're going to have to make a specific argument as to why you, or women specifically, deserve to have their...
Adrian by mnie zabił swoim subem.
So do you see paying for the date as an investment in your potential future relationship?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like my question answered first before other people divert away from my question. Go ahead.
I'm not sure if I understand the question.
I'm looking for, so you're just saying, I'm looking for more of an argument. I mean, I can just repeat what I said again. You said, I deserve a good life. Therefore, men should pay. Okay, I deserve a good life. Should women pay for me?
If that's what you want.
Okay, if that's what
Yeah, if that's what would make you happy in your life, then that's those decisions that you take.
But I think you're looking for justification than simply, I deserve a good life.
Yeah.
Why specifically do you, or women, why do they deserve to, or are they entitled to a man paying for shit?
Well, I guess like it's just like your preference, you know, like some women like to go 50-50, some women like a man to provide everything, and I just you know, I think you have to make the decisions based on what you want in your life.
Okay, but
Mam nadzieję, że to chyba dobrze wybrałem.
Like if a guy can't pay for the first date, then I wouldn't see him, or I wouldn't go on that.
Nie spojrzałem na mapę w ogóle, ale okej. Która to godzina? O, bałem się, że znowu mi na noc, że długo to będzie ten film, ale okej.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Go there, and he asked me to go 50-50. That's the last time I'm seeing him. Because he asked me to come somewhere nice, and then now I have to pay for it.
Well, now you're hold on.
Because you can afford
hold
it.
on.
Get ready to turn right.
Now you're adding this other layer to it of, oh well, if you're going to buy into a luxury restaurant, like that puts me in like a predicament where I assume you could afford it technically, but if you were to say invite a college student to
Get ready to turn right.
Turn
right.
That would be to some degree inconsiderate. But let's assume it's just like a mid-tier place.
Get ready to turn left.
So you are desirous of
Turn left.
I think like, what do you mean? Me personally, or like women in general?
Well, let's start with you, and then we can get to women in general.
Okay, well, me personally, I think that I make enough to provide for myself, and so I don't really need to like be surrounded with the luxury that I have, which is like basically right that I can if I date a man that I want traditional rules and he's not work at all, probably.
So therefore, you can't always provide for yourself.
I do always provide for myself.
So even if you don't have the money to provide for yourself.
Yeah, I've been single for a year. This entire year that I've been single, never had any issues ever. Car note paid, bills paid.
But you literally just said you struggle so much.
Yeah, it's just like where I'm like budgeting and that's how I think you just have to make good financial decisions.
So during that time when you're budgeting, do you think that the man should still pay for your dinner?
If
you shouldn't split it. Even
if
though
I'm
you're
struggling, I'm probably not worried about a man. I'm worried about getting my money back.
Okay, I still don't really get an answer to my question is, why do you deserve that?
Well, I just feel
Oh,
like
you
I
fuckers.
like, built this life that I have for myself already, and I would want someone that can add to it and not take away from it, or make me have to go less or feel less in my day-to-day life just because he doesn't have as much money as me, or he's not in the same place where I am.
Okay, but so you currently are single. So in terms of, and you pay for your own food, pay your own rent. So if a guy came in and equitably contributing to the finances of the household, which I'm assuming is like even if you're down, perhaps a little more considering.
Nie podoba mi się tutaj, jak te żółte te szyby się robią. Chyba modę znaleźć, żeby to było.
Position, which is you're paying entirely for your own rent, your own food, your own bills, everything. So I don't understand, like, let's say you encountered a guy who wants to go 50-50. That's a no-go though for you, correct?
No, I would
so
not
it's
do
like,
that.
hey babe, let's move in together, but we're both going to equally contribute to the rent. No go. That's not.
So if I'm like just dating a guy, I would expect him to like, want his financials to be together as well. Like he wants to be financially stable. He wants to, you know, succeed in life. He wants great things for himself. That's what I would want in a man.
Yeah, let's
so
assume
he would pay for his own bills, his own things, and everything.
Right.
I would pay for my own things as well.
Yeah.
Until, you know, when we do like move in together, then he would take over paying bills because he knows how to pay bills.
You don't know how to pay bills.
Well, if he wants like to have like a 2-3-bedroom house with a wife and kids, then he's gonna pay for it.
That makes sense when you start having kids. So you're going to start when you have kids?
Czyli jak będzie miała 35 lat, gdzie dziecko urodzi się chore, z autyzmem. Nie jak teraz, że może wyprodukować najlepszej jakości dzieciaka, jakiego się da, nie? Kurde, jedziesz?
Well, then I guess the other question is, do you think that a guy providing in that way is a traditional gender role dynamic?
Like providing, like for
Yeah,
rent,
it's
food,
traditional.
everything. Yes.
It's traditional, right?
Yes.
Are you a traditional woman?
Well, not exactly, so to speak, like because of my line of work. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're not traditional, but you deserve traditional.
Well, everyone has a preference, you know. Some guys have a lot of high body count, but they still want to date a virgin.
And do they?
There's actually nothing wrong with that. But,
it's just a preference, you know.
yeah, I think that would be a little different.
Ohydna
different
jest.
Scenario, but
Jak 95% ich tam, ale...
So you are a sex worker. You do OnlyFans. Do you do boy-girl content?
No.
Have you ever done boy-girl content?
Yeah, when me and my ex first started doing OF, then we started doing, well, basically everything.
Is it still up on OF? Okay, but you did distribute boy-girl content.
Yeah.
Have you done boy-girl content?
Go straight.
What does that mean?
Mainstream porn.
No.
All right. So, look, being a sex worker, it's not really a traditional profession in the sense of being a traditional woman. You're looking for a guy to be traditional, do those sort of chivalrous things, right? You want a guy to be chivalrous. But you are not, through your own conduct, profession, you are not moving through life in such a way as to inspire traditional chivalry. It inspires you. Ultimately, you're just not deserving. Now, you might still get it. There's a lot of men who are simps. There's a lot of men who are attractive to watch. They'll take you to those restaurants and they'll pay and do all the shit. So I don't, it's not down in my mind that you would be able to find guys who are willing to do that. I'm having like perhaps a bird's eye view conversation. I'm looking at the chessboard, dating dynamics, and I'm like, okay, as a woman, if you want a guy to be chivalrous, to protect, to provide, to pay for dates, to do all certain sidewalk rule, I believe that women just have to hold up their end of the contract, the social contract. And I don't get the impression that women are. But you still, so basically you want to be modern women, but you want men to be trad. Women get to be modern, women get to pretty much throw any sort of even hint of traditionality completely away. You get to forsake it completely. Meanwhile, you might as, in terms of what you want men to do, you might as well be 1950s bachelorettes.
Well, I mean, I think men and women are both like modern. It's like, you know, guys, like they're always like they're gonna have like social media. They're always gonna have like some kind of history. Nobody's a virgin nowadays. Everybody has a past. So I think we should just grow up, and if we want to have that kind of life together, then it's an achievable thing.
You said guys have social media.
Like guys, like I've seen guys do thirst to like chaps and like showing off their abs, like looking at themselves in the mirror, their abs.
They must be gay.
You know, I've seen guys like with tripods at the gym. Like just because you don't have an OF doesn't mean like you're not, you know,
Yeah,
traditional.
I'm not going to dispute that there's definitely men who do that. That's fucking stupid, and they shouldn't be doing that. But I would say the proportion of men who are getting validation through social media pales massively in comparison to women who are on social media for the sake of validation, attention.
Well, even if men don't contribute to like, you know, social media, they still consume it, and they're like the consumer, like they're the like people that, yeah, exactly. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't. I definitely this criticism isn't exclusively directed
and then
at women.
go
I think
straight.
men in a lot of ways have things that they need to improve on and correct on. They shouldn't be like following a bunch. Although I'm curious what OF believes about this, but I don't think men should be following a bunch of IG thoughts and IG models. They shouldn't be following any women. They shouldn't be like
go straight.
Gooning over their fucking thirst trap bikini pics on Instagram. That's fucking lame as hell. So yeah, I don't know. Hold on, we have a TTS coming.
Keep right, and then go straight.
Say and entitled is fuck. I would smack the fuck out of you against animal abuse.
Go straight.
Less than animal SMA.
Do you want to respond to this? Okay.
Also, I do think that's not something that's managed.
Actually, I think there's a bit more male versions than female versions.
I can counter. From someone that I dated, I don't know which boyfriend it was, because I have taken someone's virginity and they wanted to do the traditional wait till I was in love with someone, and so yeah, those guys are still out there.
But yeah, I don't know. Does seem like we're holding men to this traditional standard, but women are really not holding up their end of the deal. Some women are, just to be clear. I'm not saying all women, but it seems to me like, look, if you're a sex worker, just pay. 50-50.
No. If I'm a sex worker, I will do what I have to do to pay my rent, and if someone wants to save a hoe, I'm here for the same. That's all I have to say.
Would you post boy-girl content if they say
No. No, I just wouldn't do that again because I don't think that I have to in order to make a living. You know, I haven't posted that kind of like content for 2 years, so I just don't think it makes sense for me to go back into doing it if I haven't done it. Like, could someone I wouldn't do it because it's already gone. So I put myself back out there like that. It didn't really feel good in the first place. You know, I don't think it. Some people.
Okay, question for you. Just to be clear. So I'm not saying that women who are sex workers, women who are strippers, I'm not saying that you should be mistreated. You should still be treated kindly with respect. But when you're asking for something, which is chivalry, so that's men paying for dates, men providing, men protecting. But like when you want a guy who has
Keep
a bit more
right,
masculine
and then
expression,
go straight.
or do you not care? Like you'll date a liberal soy boy.
I guess it just like depends on who the guy is. I don't really have like a preference when it comes to like masculinity.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in any case, you do want a guy
Go straight.
to pay all the bills. He's gonna have to fully provide.
Yeah. Well, if he did that, then I would, you know,
keep left,
like take care
and
of
then
him as well.
turn
I feel
left.
Like if I'm being taken care of, I will take care of my partner as well.
How so?
Turn
well,
left.
if he doesn't want me to do OF, I wouldn't do OF anymore. As long as he's paying for my bills and I don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
It's just like,
So let's talk about the bills a little bit. But like,
keep left.
aside from you quitting OF, you said you take care of him. How would you take care of him?
Well, just like I guess the traditional way that men should want to be taken care of, like cooking for them and just being there for them.
Go straight.
Well, I mean, I think that every woman should know how to cook and clean. themselves, like you should know how to maintain your own house and clean and cook your own food, like make your own meals. So.
Should she be submissive?
Yes, I do believe that. Like if you're in a traditional relationship, then it should be traditional about it. Like.
I notice here on the questionnaire.
Get ready to turn right.
But for questions 1 through 5, so you agree with the following 4 statements. Men should pound first aids, men should provide / protect, men should be chivalrous, husband should be willing to die protecting you. But you, for question 5, or statement 5, I will keep my last name. Oh, actually, no, hold on, wait. You'll take your husband's last name, is that correct? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's how
Tam
it goes.
znak 54 tony, ja tam na pewno mam 70 ton.
I thought you had circled it, but my eyes deceived me. Okay. Let's see.
O kurwa, gdzie ja sobie poprowadziłem?
Yeah, still a sex worker. Sorry. Sorry. Doesn't change anything. Doesn't change anything. Look, just date a nice guy who goes 50-50.
I don't know. I still have my preference, and like my dad, he's like a traditional man. You know, he's like always taking care of like everything. He's like kind of like instilled that into me. Like you don't need to be the richest man in order to provide for a woman. You just like you need to be content. With
Well,
the life that you
I mean,
have.
I could be wrong, but my initial read on you is you have expensive taste.
I don't really care about like living like luxuriously, lavishly. Like I don't care what car you drive. I don't care what brand like my kid's backpack is. Like we can go to Walmart. I don't care. I will shop at Walmart.
Excuse me. You just said that if he took you to McDonald's, you'd be upset.
Well, I mean, like on a first date, that's kind of crazy. A first date at McDonald's, I would go to McDonald's on like another date, you know, casual date after we've already been seeing each other.
Do you have expensive food?
No, my bag is $30. If I do, a man bought it.
Show us your nails. How recent are those?
They are about 3 weeks grown and they were $60.
Okay, so let's say you're dating a guy and he's like, look, if I'm going to provide for everything, I'm going to have some authority on certain expenses. You're in the household. You're not going to get fake nails anymore. You know what I mean? She's finding out. She's got me. Still no sex worker. Still sex worker. So okay, ultimately though, and again, many fans or strip or sex work, I'm not saying they should be mistreated. I'm saying they deserve respect, question mark, but ultimately, it's not traditional. It's just completely untraditional. So you might still get it. Maybe there's even a good chance you still end up in that sort of dynamic. But do you deserve it? I say no. Yeah, I'm not so interested in just like being entitled to my opinion. I'm actually interested in perhaps having people reassess their standards so they're commensurate to their offering, and also prescriptively advising them, listen, you're getting a raw deal here, because that woman is not holding up her end of the deal. So.
How first date are you expecting? Because my husband always thought, don't go too high on the first date because that's going to set the expectation for the future. And he actually took me something really nice for our first date, but his best friend was like, that, like she's going to expect it. And it
gorsi jest.
Well, I feel like men should be providers, and I feel like women, like, I'm just like, I guess like emotionally more sensitive to like, you know, we're both like living together, we both have the same problems. Yeah. Whereas like men are like biologically have an advantage.
But there's a difference.
Tak w ogóle to wydaje mi się, że większość tych lasek, które twierdzi, że jest biseksualna, to jest właśnie takiego pokroju typu kobieta, która ona wyciągnie z każdego ile może dla siebie, myśli tylko o sobie, żeby tylko dla niej, więc jeżeli zdarzy się szansa, że może jakaś bogata pizza będzie za nią płacić, no to jej to pasuje, więc dlatego większe szanse są, nie? O 50% więcej szans, tam o 100% w sumie, no jak to liczyć, bo jeżeli miała tylko facetów, ile powiedzmy, no dostęp miała do 100%, załóżmy, to ona wtedy w następne 100% mam kobiet, nie? No zajebiście. Co to są za szmaty teraz? Ja nie mogę.
What advantage do men have?
You guys are like at least twice as strong as us. You guys can work longer hours than we can. So I just feel like men are like basically on this planet to traditionally put on this planet to provide for women.
Well, you do realize most jobs, at least today, don't require physical strength. Many do, but
Just being able to walk.
most jobs are not like hard labor jobs.
Yeah. Well, either way, I feel like you know, like men, they have testosterone all day long that like pumps them up full of energy. Like by the end of the night, like most of the time, men will still be able to like drive and like they're just like talkative.
I don't really think that's a thing.
Yeah, my boyfriend, when he gets off work from working at the airport, he's done.
Yeah.
Like, there is no extra.
And I think women can work just as many hours as men also.
Yeah, I don't know. I just I think that like biologically, men just they naturally have
They're
more energy.
stronger, yeah, but I think like
Endurance-wise, that doesn't just come from, you can, like, I work retail, I used to work retail, and I would stand on that floor for 12, 14 hours, where my boyfriend, he works at the airport, and he can do the same exact thing, but he's still going to be depleted and tired.
I don't understand the logic though. So, just because men have better capacity for physical labor, it doesn't necessarily follow that in every given situation, a man who's in a physical labor job would out-earn a potential girlfriend or a woman. Like you probably out-earn 99% of men who do physical labor jobs. You might even earn in a month how much they make in a year. Have you ever made 6 figures in a month? And you gotta step your shit up. You're fucking up.
Gotta be in that 1%.
Come on. Anyways, or maybe she's just being modest.
Yeah, she may not, depending on what she sells.
She'll show me her OF things.
Depending on what she sells, could be because some girls sell bikini pics, some girls sell the whole thing. So
I mean, my understanding is some of these girls show nothing.
exactly, yeah.
They make a fuck ton.
Yes, and then they have, because I've been offered different agencies and I've all turned them down because when my lawyer looked into it, they were all yeah, but it's just, there's, yeah, it's just, when it comes to those industries, it's just, it ranges.
So okay, men have male advantage or advantages. So do you think, like, because of what you just outlined, precedent, for example?
I think that we're still like a lot more capable of making like decisions. Like that, I think that men have their own strengths, and I feel like physical strength that is like
Okay. Okay, so as long as you're, if the guy's a physical laborer, then he should pay for the date or be a provider. But if he has an office job, then you can go 50-50 with him.
No.
Your argument is because men can work longer hours, that's why they should pay for dates. Do you only date men who are in blue-collar work?
Well, I just think that because men can work longer hours, they should provide for them.
But you just said that in an office setting where there's no physical labor involved, men and women are basically equal. So if you're dating a guy who works an office job, maybe you go 50-50. It seems a bit backwards.
You have arrived at your destination.
Cricket.
Sorry.
Nothing? Okay, you had something. Go ahead. Nobody else wants to weigh in? You guys are just gonna be fucking silent the whole show?
Oh wait, I feel like the thing, the pop-up.
Bro, don't worry about it.
Oh no,
Don't worry about it.
I was trying to read it.
Nah, it's below the threshold. Okay. We're doing 100 and up. Don't worry about it.
I want to say something. So I think sex work kind of has like a toll on okay, so before I became a stripper, I was okay with like being 50-50 all the time with like my boyfriends at the time, but after being a dancer, I think what I get from it is if men that don't even know me and it's their first time seeing me like ever, like they know nothing about me, my personality, if they can give me a fuck ton of their fucking money and I don't, like, why can't my boyfriend do that? Like, if men that don't even know me can do that, why would I set my standard below what men
Wait,
don't even know?
I love this logic. Okay, so there's women out there who aren't prostitutes. Why, as a man, do I have to lower my standards to be with a woman who's a prostitute?
You don't.
Well,
But her argument is, hold on, there are men who are financially well off who can pay for everything. I encounter them in the strip club. They're simping and spending all this money. Therefore, why can't a man who I'm dating do the same thing? Great, why can't I just use that logic for you guys? Well, hold on, there's all these beautiful, well-adjusted women who aren't in doing degenerate work, who aren't prostitutes, who aren't strippers, who aren't OnlyFans girls, who aren't showing their butthole and pussy and everything to the internet. Why can't you be like them?
sure, I'm not speaking for everybody's like preference, but I'm just saying what me being a dancer has done to my mentality and like how, like what I want from a man.
So would you date one of those men who comes and sees you at the strip club?
Well, they're kind of really old ones, so no, but I mean like, no, just someone who provides. Like, I do agree that men should pay on the first date. I feel like...
And women, how about this? Wait, really quick, and I'll let you come in.
O kurde, co
Okay,
się stało?
men should pay on first dates. Should women not be sex workers?
We can do anything we want.
Men can do
Kurwa, nie
whatever we
zaparkuję.
want.
Sure.
Men can do whatever we want.
You guys can.
No, but it's like, okay, you're gonna hold men to a standard, and that standard corresponds to traditional gender roles. Traditional gender roles would dictate, hey, don't be promiscuous, don't be a sex worker, don't be a stripper, don't be doing all that shit. It's okay. It's just kind of confusing.
If he really loved me and he was a traditional man, then he would want me to not work anymore, and I would be a stay-at-home, lovely girlfriend.
A traditional, look, frankly, a true traditional man would not date a woman who's a sex worker to begin with.
Sure. But
I mean, there's some dudes who've got like a fucking, what's that term? Seva?
Captain Save-A-Ho?
They're on some of that shit, but
I feel like people are very fixated online about like stay-at-home girlfriend, and it's interesting because I usually date girls and it's usually like whoever makes the most money. And like, I get the mentality, but I think that people should be careful about, like, you know, back in the 1950s, there was like other parts to being a stay-at-home wife. So like, also look out for like the kind of guy who's like, what kind of guy you're dating, if that makes sense, you know? Like, you need to also protect, like, your end of things if you're looking to go all the way back into that kind of dynamic.
I think also though, like, I wouldn't want them paying for like everything. Obviously, if I was making like enough, I would want to put my money towards them as well, in a way.
But didn't you say you would quit if instead be a stay-at-home girlfriend if you were dating someone?
And it's really, it's also pretty dangerous to not have a work history if you do want to have kids. Because then, like, what if, like, you know, the person you're dating ends up, like, turning to be somebody you didn't think they were, and you guys are married, and then you haven't had a job in a really long time. So I think it's, like, food for thought type vibe.
I don't agree with that. I think if you know that you want to have that dynamic of staying home, taking care of the kids, yes, you have to be very careful about who you choose, because then you should be making a lifelong commitment. And obviously, yes, people can change, but my husband says all the time, and I've seen this to be true with friends, men don't change and women often want them to. So what you see is women change all the time. Friends or girlfriends don't want them to. We're slaves to our emotions a lot of the time. You can't deny it. You get a period the week before your period, you're a raging bitch. That's how my husband's like, is it coming? And so you've got to make that decision, and it's dangerous to be like, well, you still need to have a way to provide in case things don't work out. Because if you have one foot out the door going into things, how much are you going to work to make it work when things get tough?
That's a good point.
I don't think it's having one foot in and one foot out. It's just more or less having a standard for yourself and being like, I know if this were to go south, I can provide for myself. Not, oh, I have a door, like I have a foot out, and like, if I really do need a way out, I can. It's more or less just for your own morals and your own values to be like, I know I'm a strong individual woman, and I know that I can pay for things myself, but I have a man.
But wouldn't you be living like more of a comfortable lifestyle if you guys are both working and both making money and doing money?
I also agree with that. You guys can both be working.
What about you?
What do you want to know?
Well, you do OnlyFans, but you're like a country gal kind of. What are your thoughts?
I personally have no preference in like what a man works, if that is relevant to the conversation. I think work ethic is a lot more attractive than income because they don't drink or correlate. If a man works hard and he's a janitor, I think that's attractive to me.
Okay. You also, this is totally unrelated, you're a chubby chaser. Like you only date fat dudes. So is it like the bigger the better?
O, Sido. Co za kłamca jebane. Na pewno za grubasami się.
So like, question for you. 500 pounds preferable to 200 pounds?
Yeah, I think closer to 500 would be my preference if I had to pick. There's tons of guys who are like 180 and super, super hot, but typically, yeah, 500 is good.
And are you a feeder too?
No.
What is a feeder?
You feed them a bunch of food so they get fat.
Oh,
my God,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, do you film that content?
No, I'm not into feeders.
Oh, okay, you're not.
No.
Okay.
No, she just likes fat dudes.
So like when you watch like 500-pound life or like 600-pound, like are you like, dang, I need their number?
There were some really good-looking guys.
Yeah. Okay. I get you. And is it more of just like a like you prefer those men, or is it like a fetish thing?
It's not a fetish. And for example, like a lot of people have an issue with me being a chubby chaser and think, well, what if the guy wants to lose weight? Why do you want to encourage someone to be unhealthy? Like if I'm with a guy and he loses weight, good for him.
Yeah.
I don't police like his body.
It's just like you're not gonna like go out of your way and be like, I'm not gonna date you because you're fat. Like
no,
like
my ex.
I love
Like,
you.
my ex was 5'2", like I'm 5'3", he was 300 pounds. I was very hot.
But would you lose attraction for a guy if he when you first meet him, he's chubby, but he starts losing weight?
Well, if we were together, no. If he's just
So when you, I don't know. That's an interesting one. Not a feeder though.
No.
Okay.
It just doesn't do it.
Do you like cooking?
Oh yeah.
Like
I make very good food.
So like,
Yeah.
you enjoy giving them like compliments, like nutritional.
It turn me on
Yeah.
to watch them eat. The videos for feeders, if you watch like them take a bite and their stomach, they force their stomach to that doesn't get me off at all. I just think the bigger, there's literally more to love. Like you ask a guy who's a chubby chaser who likes big women, and they just say there's more women to love. And like, yeah, I see that with big guys. Like I love deep stretch marks, like the really wide ones that are dark purple. So I think man boobs are really hot. Big guns.
Ale pierdoli, bo wie, że tam ma market największy na takich luzerów, grubasów. Wow. Ale pierdoli. Ja jebie. To są kurwa takie diabły, że ja pierdolę. To są takie jebane diabły, że to jest bania mała. No takie teorie wymyśla. Już kurwa widzę, jak ona jest seksualnie pociąg czuje do niego seksualny, bo on ma głębokie kurwa te stretch marki, ja nie wiem jak to się po polsku nazywa, te takie jak się skóra rozrywa, aż bo taki grubas jesteś. I jeszcze tłumaczy, że takie niebieskie, kurwa, ciemno-niebieskie. Bo ona dokładnie wie, że kurwa najwięcej kasy zarobi na takich kurwa luzerach, których nikt, żadna nawet brzydka na nich nie patrzy. Więc jedynie co mogą, to sobie popłacić na OnlyFanki. Ale kurwa diabły są te baby, ja jebie.
And he comes back from the doctor, and the doctor said, hey, you have, you're like pre-diabetic, and you need to lose weight. Under those circumstances, would you advocate your boyfriend or husband to lose weight?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
If it's for the better and it's what he wants to do, absolutely. We can always
So it's the bigger the better is what you said, right? Bigger the better?
Yes.
I also have, to some degree, have not related to weight, but I relate to the bigger is better thing in the sense of labia. I only date women. I also have a kind of interesting thing. I only date, or at least prefer to. Sometimes I'll give a pass if she's really fantastic. Okay, I'll tolerate you for a bit. For the labia, the bigger the better. And so, like, I have a rating, there's the looks rating. You can actually move up quite a bit in attractiveness, up to +5 points, if the labia is just, okay, so it works like this, right? Let's say it goes to 5, so just average. But, okay, here's the scale for the labia rating. If it's like a small outie, slight outie, +1. Medium outie, +2. Large outie, +3. XL outie, +4. Snob, +5 outie. +5. Like the biggest I've ever seen, the biggest there is. She's a Guinness World Record book, labia, +5. So if she's a 5, but she can be a 10. She can be a 10.
So if it sticks out, that's right. But what if it's tucked in but fat? Like what if you got...
Właśnie on powiedział, on jest wspaniak, bo właśnie wyciągnął z niej jaką ma pipkę. Dobry jest.
Yeah, and it like covers it, so it makes it like
when I'm talking about lips, labia, I'm talking about the inner labia.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like your lips can cover your labia if they're big enough.
Hold on. The lips are the inner labia.
So you're talking, okay.
The lips.
Yeah.
And there's the outer labia, which is essentially just your normal skin
Yeah.
surrounding. Yeah. I mean, that it's okay if the outer labia is, I'm talking about the inner labia.
Yeah. Like inside there, all of it.
Well, it's external.
Yeah.
So,
Jedź, człowieku.
Can you tell if they have one?
You know, sometimes I get like I get an intuition, but I've definitely been wrong.
Like you can sense stereotype.
Yeah, like I've, well,
Do you ever see a woman? Oh, I bet she has a huge libido.
so okay, I've developed some theories, okay? So this is gonna sound a little, not always, but women who have, this is gonna sound fucking crazy, and it's not 100%, but if a woman has a little bit like arm hair, like a little bit, that can sometimes be an indicator.
I shaved my arms before this. I used to be called Chewbacca in high school.
Not all the time, but sometimes if she's like hairy. But I don't have a preference for hairy women, so I'm like in this fucking predicament.
I'm gonna ask my boyfriend when I get home and be like, can you just let me know the size? Like, I don't know.
That aside from that, it's just some women do have big labia energy, like you can just tell.
Wait, so hairy arms is a thing of that though?
Well, it's not 100%. This is like
that
my
should have been
return
my
to
comeback.
neuroscience.
That should have been my comeback in high school because they would call me like Chewbacca and I'd be like, well, I have a big labia, so.
I don't know, do you?
I don't know. I mean, I don't like, I'm not down there with a mirror like, dang, I got a big
Oh,
labia.
shit.
I mean, I guess, yeah, like, yeah, it's fat, yeah.
I się wygadała.
Get ready to turn right.
Oh, this is sorry, below the pressure.
$100. Chair 1. Is that traditional?
Turn right.
Oh, yes.
You think you deserve a man to ever save a hoe like you?
Okay. Sorry, guys. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but the TTS is, just for clarification, is 199. But I mean, that just came through, so it's a big deal. Did you want to answer that question?
What kind of a father did I have?
Well, you said your dad's traditional.
Yeah,
Are
he
your
is
parents?
traditional.
Are your parents still married?
Yeah, they've been together. Well, I mean, okay, so there's a backstory. My dad
Wait, can
wasn't
you do me
always.
one favor? Can you like your body is leave the mic where it is. Your body is like facing this way. Can you and straight the mic. No, straight. It's like no, straight. It was like 90 degree angle. Yep.
Okay, so my dad wasn't always traditional. He cheated on me. And so, but after he cheated on my mom, he stayed with the other woman until this day. So, and they're married. So, you know, I guess a man can change, so a woman can change too.
That's so romantic.
Get ready to turn right.
Like he's still with her.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
You know, I guess it's not once a hoe, always a
Turn
hoe.
right.
Wait, so
People change.
he's. Does he know that you?
Get ready to turn left.
Does he?
I never asked him directly if he knew, but a lot of people in my family did
Turn
know, and
left.
I know that they knew because some people followed my account, and I was like, oh no, block immediately. So I had like an inkling that my dad was just because no, I talked to my dad about other things, just not that.
And then your mom, does she?
My mom knows.
And you have a son?
Get ready to turn right.
No, I'm Cambodian.
Cambodian. Okay. You got a Cambodian Cambodian mom?
I have a Cambodian
Turn
dad.
right.
Oh, and your mom is.
She's Puerto Rican. A lot of people don't expect, an Asian guy to pull a Latina for some reason.
Yeah, they can do it.
Yeah, they definitely can.
So you're half. You're Latina, half Latina, half Cuban. So your Puerto Rican mom
Yeah.
was cool with the sex work. She
She
didn't get the belt or anything.
she used to be a stripper, so she has like an understanding, I guess.
Get ready to turn left.
Does she still strip?
No. She
Turn
stopped
left.
stripping a long time ago.
Did she like teach you moves or something?
No.
Okay.
Keep left.
Would your dad
And
do
then
something
turn left.
No. I don't think he would. I think he would want me
Turn
to
left.
do better, and he would just tell me that, but I don't think he would want to actually tell me that. I think my dad loves me a lot, so.
Get ready to turn left.
All right. What's the
Turn
longest
left.
relationship you've been in?
3.5 years.
Is your
Honestly, because it's hairy arms, so I don't know.
What about you?
I'm single as of 2 a.m. last night.
Ugh.
I was like, can you still come? And I was like, I made a time commitment with you guys. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was the 3-month mark. The 3-month mark. Yeah, my girlfriend broke up with me, but it's okay.
Oh, your girlfriend broke up.
Yeah.
Okay, you're bisexual.
Although, I'm like, I guess you could consider bi, but I prefer girls a lot more as I get older.
Okay.
But I've dated men in the past.
And you were previously married.
No pewnie, że tak. No teraz kobiety, bo już tylko takie debilki takie się znajdą, coraz więcej jest, więc więcej dla niej marketu, żeby coś znaleźć. Jak się zobaczyła, kurwa, że faceci nie robią to, co ona by chciała, żeby robili. Ja jebie.
That was my longest relationship. He was bi though.
He was bi.
Yeah, he's really nice. He's pretty nice.
Okay. How long were you married for?
Like we're getting divorced right now. So
You're not. Okay.
yeah, we're figuring out like the end stages of it, but he's really nice.
Wait,
It's
have
very
you
amicable.
formally started divorce?
Yeah.
When did you guys file for divorce?
We started filing in the beginning of last year, and we figured out that our taxes weren't filed like correctly. This is boring, but we have a domestic partnership, so it's harder to file taxes. So I'm going to a tax guy and getting my taxes settled, and then
Ale zablokowałem.
Okay. How long were you married for?
like it was 2020, and then to now, so 6 years.
Is he paying you alimony?
No. We go like 50-50 with stuff.
Okay, so it's just gonna be a clean break.
Yeah.
How long were you were dating 3 months, the girl?
Yeah.
Were you guys during the marriage? Was it?
At some points, like towards the end, but then I just started to feel like it wasn't really.
Towards the end, czyli open marriage rozwalił im to wszystko, więc wiadomo o to chodzi. Dlatego się rozchodzą. Posiedzieli ze sobą kilka lat, potem sobie pozwolili na to, żeby pozyskać kogoś innego i albo obydwoje, albo chłopak stwierdził, mówi, kurwa, jak ja mogę mieć bzykanie czy tak, a z tą tylko non stop to samo i już się nią pewnie znudził, to się rozwodzą, no i tu przy tym, kurwa, jest pogrzebane, coś tam było pogrzebane, pies pogrzebany, no.
Yeah, everything's okay. So.
She broke up with me because she said that she didn't have feelings for me, but she just thinks I'm attractive. And basically she was just like not feeling me. But like it's alright.
Czyli jak chłopak chciała ją bzyknąć i poszła. No i na jeden chuj, no nie wygrają te kobiety, nie wygrają w ogóle.
sexual orientation?
I'm bisexual, but I prefer dating pansexual.
Bye, 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 bye.
Pansexual, bye.
I will say with a very strong female preference. Like, I don't think I would date a guy again.
Okay, so you're done with that.
Yeah.
And you do. She's doing.
I'm done. I just feel like I had such a good
Dobra
experience,
decyzja.
like, with my
Jednej
kid's dad,
głupiej
and it
mniej.
was, like, definitely like a thing.
Gdzie
So, like,
następny
I don't see
facet
the
sobie
reason.
życie tylko z nią
I'm just
zepsuje.
not into it anymore.
Cieszy mnie
I
to bardzo.
appreciate
Brawo.
the memories. And our child is beautiful.
All right.
I'm straight.
Na to w ogóle kłamie, więc nie słucham jej.
Fucking relationship status. Louder.
I'm single.
Longest relationship?
I have one singular ex-boyfriend. We were together, I think, 8 or 9 years.
One boyfriend.
Yep.
8 or 9 years, and you're 25. How long you been single?
We got together when I was like 13.
Oh, okay. How long you been single?
Jak fajnie, nawet te znaki były przewrócone trochę, że zawsze ktoś tam przejedzie i puknie je, nie?
You're giving like stable
Yeah, you're giving, like, I could well do it.
Wow. Okay. Is he?
Had sex with another, but he's the only one I've ever.
Okay. All right. Was he the first guy you were ever with, though?
No.
You started dating at 13? How old is he?
He's 2 years older than me.
Okay. Did you lose your virginity to him?
No.
What age did you lose your virginity?
Okay, we started dating when I was 14.
Damn.
Keep right.
I guess going around the table, when did everyone? I'll even go. When did everyone lose their virginity? I was 17.
I was a freshman, so I was 14.
Ja jebie.
A freshman in high school. Okay.
16.
16. Okay.
15.
15.
15, about to be 16.
18 for guys and then 19 for girls.
14. 27.
16.
Damn. What the fuck? Fucking late. Damn.
We did say earlier that it's more complicated, but they wait longer, I think.
I feel like it's hard because, like, you have to convince, like, a girl, and then, like, there's always a guy that's down. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I dated Ben for so long.
Did
It was
your
just, like, third year.
first person you lost your virginity to, did they have a large labia?
Was that, like, your first one?
Yeah, like when did the whole, like, I love large, like, big labia stuff?
Yeah, that developed later. I think maybe around the time I was like 21.
Keep left, and then turn left.
But no, I don't. As far as I recall, she didn't.
Turn
Because
left.
at first you didn't know your preferences, probably. You're still, like, learning things.
True. It developed
About your preferences.
over time. 14. Wait, 14?
Yeah, well, you're probably just like late bloomer because, like, guys, most of the time, usually it's like, that's how it goes. Like, a lot of guys don't like dating most of the time.
My ex-husband's younger.
Most of the time.
I, like, was not interested in boys in high school. I was like, I would make up fake crushes. I'd be like, oh my god, that guy. Just yeah. And then I was like stressing out my AP test.
I was in the special class.
It's okay, girl.
Relationship status?
Single but talking recently.
Ooh.
For how long?
Like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Wait, single or talking recently? That's still single. Like how long? What?
Have you been talking to this person?
Oh, okay, 2 weeks.
And I guess how long have you been single?
Like a year.
had carnal knowledge?
Keep right, and then go straight.
Married for almost 8 years.
Go straight.
It's my longest relationship. He was the first man I ever kissed.
And were you a virgin when you guys got married?
Yes, when we got
Okay, so
married, I was still a virgin.
You waited until marriage. Okay, he's the only guy you knew.
Yes.
Kids?
Yeah, we have 2.
Anybody else here have kids?
I have a kid.
You have a kid?
His name,
Is that ex-husband?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm single. My longest relationship was 8 years. Been single for over a year.
Relationship that ended a year ago, how long was
Like 2 years.
that? Okay. So your 8-year one, was that were you married?
No, I was married to my oldest daughter's dad. She's 14. I got married when I was 18. We split up when she was 9 years old. And we actually stayed for 6 years until we got divorced. And I had 2 more children with another guy for 8 years.
For 8 years. And you've been married just once? I see. So married for 6 years, 1 child from that marriage. Dated a different guy for 8 years, 2 children. Do I have that correct?
Yes.
Your first marriage, did he or does he pay you out? No point he paid you out?
Never.
Did you pay him out?
No.
What's the custody arrangement with does he pay you child support? Did you pay him child support? 8-year relationship, 2 children, 8-year relationship. Does he pay you child support?
Keep left.
His kids' lives, unfortunately.
Okay. No, you haven't sought child support.
I haven't.
Okay. Is any particular reason, or just don't want to be addicted to it?
I don't really want to get into it on here, but he's just not.
In jail? Prison?
No, he probably should be, but he's not. Our lives are
Keep
just
right,
better.
and then turn
with,
right.
You know, where he doesn't see them, and yeah, it's kind of complicated. I know you're probably thinking like, how is that better, like for your kids not to have their dad in their life, but it just is for all of us.
For someone who grew up with a person where they shouldn't have their mom in their lives, I understand.
Yeah, it's just he shouldn't be around.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we don't need to get into details, but essentially, are you hinting at or pointing towards there was some abuse?
He did abuse me late on in the relationship, but he struggles with addiction and narcissism.
Narcissism.
Severe.
Severe? Like, what's an example of?
Whenever something or
Turn
like
right.
an emergency happened, he would either like put the attention on himself or like create another problem. Like,
Turn right.
you know, just to like divert away from it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Okay.
Can you give me an example?
And when we were having a birthday party for my kids one time, he decided that he wasn't going to be there, and he
Get
just
ready to
decided
turn
up and
right.
leave. And nobody really knew why, but I think it was the
Turn
addiction,
right.
probably. But he would just like disappear like that from time to time.
psychiatrist as a narcissist.
Keep right.
They were
And then
diagnosed
turn
with,
right.
They were diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, not narcissism, but it was like, it was pretty bad. Like, I trauma bonded with the girl that they were like cheating on me with.
Turn right.
Were they diagnosed?
Actually, he was diagnosed with multiple personality disorder, and one of
Get
his
ready to turn left.
Girl.
Turn left.
One of them.
Okay, that's interesting.
I do feel like it gets like, the term gets thrown around.
Get
a lot,
ready
though.
to turn left.
Like, it's like there's a difference between having narcissistic personality
Turn
disorder
left.
and like other disorders that have that like as a main character trait.
We have a chat here from Anon. Lexi, you get to read it.
Would anyone on the panel that does social media publicly disclose their current relationships with I mean, well, I don't disclose anyone that I date. Like, honestly, I just feel like there's just no way
I mean, in like certain conversations with the family, it's like,
Keep right. And then exit right.
please, and like if that might be the thing to get him to spend money, I might just say it. But like, I mean,
Exit
I'm
right.
saying like I already disclosed it here. Like I have, like I have a boyfriend, so I'm not like going to hide that information.
Aha, ona chyba sobie nawet nie zdawała sprawy do momentu teraz, że właśnie pozbyła się wielu ludzi płacących.
Relationship questions.
Keep left.
I would never disclose the source, but I can tell you that many women have told me after the show who do OnlyFans, and they're in relationships, but they lie when it shows that they're single. And that could be OnlyFans girls, it could even be women who just are streamers, do social media because it hurts their bottom line to be seen as taken because these men, these simps want a chance. And they're probably more inclined to spend more if she's single in hopes of possibly having a shot with her. If she's in a relationship, that is typically one star. Like this girl right here, she's probably
That's why you don't take
Oh, well, I just deleted his content because I didn't want him to say, oh, well, you need to send me money because you still sell content. Like, yeah, he was very narcissistic. Like, it was literally my face on, like, all these, like, social media, like, platforms, and he's like, yeah, those are my accounts.
So is he like
Because I filmed everything on it.
for you?
Keep right.
Does he like
And
try to
then
be a manager
exit
type
right.
thing for you?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of like what we had like a contract deal, so it's just like a lot. Sorry.
I think
Exit
I
right.
wonder if I should clip farm. Should I clip farm for a little bit? We need to, for our clips, we always like to say, maybe, fuck.
Get ready to turn left.
Let's do, you know what, I've never done this on the show, but just for our clips, we always do like, have people do
Turn
something
left.
unique to get people's attention. So for our clips here, Lexi, make a little funny, silly face into this camera. That
That wasn't silly,
I
though.
don't know. Do like
You could
I
do
don't
better.
know, like do a wink or something, or do. That was terrible. Okay, how about you give it a shot right here? Camera right here. That, okay, I don't even know what the fuck you're, okay. Wow, you guys are just, this was a terrible idea. I regret even.
Guys, come on.
Here, try it again. Do that again, Lexi. Okay, what the fuck? I'm just kidding. Should we get popsicles? I don't know. I feel
yes, I watched the blonde girl eat the popsicle. That was good.
Let's we'll have to stagger the popsicles because if everybody's eating a popsicle,
are they the Johnny
So Lexi
Pops?
goes first. Get Lexi a popsicle. Get Lexi.
Are they the Johnny Pops?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Open that up for.
We get to eat buy popsicles.
That would be funny if I
I'll do my,
did buy it.
No, I'm just.
All right, so let's see here. One sec, guys. Behind you, Lexi, you can.
Thank you. Wow, so pretty.
Pride.
I know.
Ally.
Each color is a different
I live
flavor.
in a boys' town, so yeah.
Girl.
Right here.
Well,
we need to hang out.
Go ahead. Have fun. What are you doing? You got a face.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just like giving the camera a little side eye. My gosh, made me nervous. Why do I have to have the popsicle? It's like it feels so sexual. I'm sorry, just like the word already.
What do you do for fun in Chicago?
Why are you? Let her enjoy the fucking popsicle.
I was trying to give her something to do while she ate the popsicle.
Keep it here, Nathan. Is that how you eat a fucking popsicle?
This is how I eat a popsicle.
That is.
I eat all the frosting off of it. Well, I want a nice clean.
Alright, so you're
but I'm open to
Fuck, there is AIDS going there.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else here? Date a trans person?
I dated a trans
Oh, wait,
person.
have or would?
Is it? How about this? Do you guys think it's? Do you think it would be straight for me to date a trans woman?
I will say, like, I think that it's definitely different.
Keep
like, I
left,
don't think it would be
and then
like,
turn left.
because I feel like sometimes some trans people will be like, oh, like this like straight man should like date me, but like I feel like that's definitely like you're allowed to have a preference because like you know some lesbians might not want to date like a trans girl, you know, because it's just about like the parts that we appreciate.
Yeah, but what if that trans girl doesn't like? What if they want to date men? Because
Well, I just mean from the other side.
okay,
You know what I mean? Like if he says he's straight, then he might not like trans might not be his preference.
yes, you would be considered straight because you're dating a woman who is now a woman and is coming and saying I am a woman, and on her ID it says she, her, and also you can get an ID picture now updated because I have friends that are in the trans community and they have their current pronouns on their card because that's what they are.
Yeah. So.
Along with their
I'm sure the women over here on the side of the table want to jump into this. So my position is, if I dated a trans woman, that would be gay.
But what if they have the bottom surgery?
Yeah, that's not pussy. That's like inverted penis. And like a fucking wound.
Have you tried one though? Have you tried one though?
No.
So how would you know what it feels like?
Well,
Keep
hold
left,
on. I've
and
never
then
been shot
turn
before,
left.
But I can imagine it being really painful to be shot.
Well, yeah, but
So like I can.
Turn
you know,
left.
Humans have the gift of creativity.
yeah,
and
but I know trans females, and I know I've seen their puss.
Hold on, you don't even know what your pussy looks like? Do you know what some trans pussy looks like?
Go straight.
What? In there with some like things, but yes, I've seen like I've been sent photos of like yes, this was my before and my after.
Yeah, that's not pussy though. That's something else.
but it's considered scientific. Like they made it that.
Scientifically.
They made a puss.
biologically.
They took their penis and they took it and they made it into a vagina.
Keep left.
So
and then
what you're
turn
saying is
left.
my penis, as it currently is, it is of, it is of,
Turn left.
it is of the nature to potentially become a vagina.
If you go through the surgeries and you go through the proper means that you need to.
Get ready to turn
but
left.
You're not over here trying to be trans.
So if I cut my dick off and made it into
You
like,
are
Turn
not
left.
it doesn't fucking matter. Just
It
hear-
does.
It's irrelevant. Hear the question that I'm about to ask. If I were to cut my dick off and like make it into like a fleshly, that would be easy.
But are you going through?
Get ready to turn right.
You need to go through. Like, if you were to just cut off your dick and be like, "Hey, I have a fleshlight or
Turn
whatever,"
right.
that's not being trans. That's not becoming a woman.
Yeah, it's not. But like,
So what you're saying is, it's not the same realm because you're not here becoming a woman. You're not here taking the proper, what is it, the shots. So it's like it's not the same to sit here and say, oh well, if I cut my dick off and make a puss, is it going to be a puss?
yeah, I mean,
am I like
sure. Okay, I'm willing to completely set aside the remove like the fleshlight argument. Then, let's say it were to maintain on me, like I got the bottom surgery. That's not.
Yeah, but why did you get the bottoms? Like it's to become and give you what is like supposed to be what you can with what your skin is. That is your pussy. That is what they gave you. So just because you don't have like it's what the doctor created for vagina to look like. Just because it's not a basic looking vagina doesn't mean
it's not a vagina.
but it's made to look like and to resemble a vagina as closely as possible.
Go straight.
So therefore, it's a vagina. It may not be a perfect one, but it is.
It's literally not.
And they have feeling down there as well too. So how do you explain that?
Is that a vagina?
But they're making it look, and they're giving you the exact like you can pee out of it.
So if I were to graft my dick skin onto my elbow,
some people do that.
Is it a vagina?
Well, if you take someone's nipple and you put the nipple right here and you sew it on, is it still a nipple? Yes.
Right. So if I put my penis on my elbow, it's still a penis.
No, because you're taking the penis and you're.
Siema.
No siemano. Co tam?
Ty opowiadaj, bo wklejasz. Co tam się dzieje?
Właśnie nie wiem co dodali nawet, bo na Epiku kurwa zobaczyć logi update'ów to jest kurwa pierdolenie się.
To długo epikowe update'y robią? Czy o co chodzi?
Nie, logi z update'ów nie mogę znaleźć.
A, logi, żeby znaleźć. Czaj.
Demsa nowa bicie za... No.
A to co wkleiłeś z tym niemieckim oficerem to jest coś nowego, nie było przedtem, tak?
No właśnie widzę. Pewnie dodali jakieś nowe mody.
Pewnie ja. Ciekawe czy jakieś jednostki dodali nowe.
Kogo się spróbujemy bić.
Ty pipa chyba masz jeszcze, czy nie?
A jeszcze VIP-ko mam ostatnie dni. Dlatego DC, wiesz, pełny serwer dwójka, chciałem wbić. Ja bym sobie też chciał.
Jak tam dzień minął?
No, ślesko. Przez 2 dni już nic nie wpadało tak kurwa, także w miarę okej. Z drugiej strony chciałbym, żeby coś wpadało, bo więcej robię, tym się uczę, bo popierdalać się później popierdalę.
No tak, bo potem może się zwalić i nie wszystko będziesz tak szybko ogarniał, żeby szybko zrobić.
Siemano. Kurwa, jaki kolej zniszczony głos. Siema.
O kurwa.
Gdzie jest kurwa rudy? Dajcie mi rudego. Kurwa, se gardło aż podrapałem.
A on tak gada cały czas, wyobraź
No.
sobie.
On 2 kartony fajek to na godzinę spal.
No. No nie tylko to, Buda jeszcze też dużo robi.
Ale rozpierdol, tracimy.
Polejesz prosto wódę na struny głosowe, non-stop.
Kurwa, ale wpierdol dostajemy.
I
Jakaś obrona by się dała.
performance. Bracer? Ty, jakie miałem tereny tu w Amerykanie, stary, w takich górach zajebistych, takimi polnymi drogami, kawał drogi. To kurwa break check, ty, hamulce mi sprawdzają chuje. W Kanadzie chyba jestem jeszcze.
Motherfucker.
Zapytaj tam chłopaków, jakich szczęśliwi jest kimś, może wiedzą, co się zmieniło. Ciekawy jestem też trochę.
No, macie pojęcie w ogóle, co zmienili te 4 giga kurwa osoby? Aha, mapka tylko. Mapa podobna. O kurwa. Skupmy się, bo to kurwa... Tapiałem się. Chuj w to.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Cześć Bartosz.
O, ty kurwa w łeb dostałem.
Exit
Tak,
right.
na pierwsze koty, pierwsze headshoty za płoty.
Tak. Jak chcesz i twoi widzowie też chcą, to możesz dać tego
Nie
linka
chcę
do,
mi się ich zobacz, jeszcze
do
nie
okienka
zrobiłem.
rozblusu.
A poza tym nie mam na razie miejsca, musiałbym cały layout zmieniać, wiesz? Nie chcę mi się na razie kombinować.
Do cyski masz duże, to ci zajmują po ekranu.
No. Nocha mam jak... Jakże
Nie, no chyba. Szalon.
Mazel top nos, kurwa.
You are the butter on my cupcake.
Tu. A postanowiłem sobie pojeździć dzisiaj traka najpierw, bo te serwery AC to dopiero wieczorem są takie czynne, tam chciałem sobie trochę pojeździć. Się pościgać, trochę punktów pozarabiać, kasiorki. Tam zawsze o tobie wspomną, jak dobry jesteś. Ale
Ten się tu leży, opierdala. Wstawaj, nie udawaj, żołnierzu. Paluszek i główka to szkolna wymówka.
a tościk coś
A tam się
nie
dławi
ma.
własny. A nie wiem, tościk pewnie może wbić pewnie. Chociaż wiesz jak z nim. Z nim się dogadać jak z kobietą gorzej.
No raczej.
Goddamn Yankees.
Go straight. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Conforming it into completely different anatomy.
No, it's just an inverted penis.
No, they do. No, there's feeling in there. They can make you a clit. Like they can do it all.
No, that's just part of the penile tissue.
Skurwysynu, gdzieś muszę... O.
Well, it's not a penis anymore.
That's,
Oh my gosh.
that can be disputed, but for one thing is certain, it's certainly not a vagina.
What if you use a real vagina though? That's a vagina transplant.
Has that
Like
been done?
is that actually
pretend you
science? I feel like science can't get that.
But no, science. But right now, it's all cosmetic, but it's cosmetic.
Oni nam plecy robią jak chuj.
straight.
Yeah, no, just like the specific word when you just like
cosmetic.
Yeah, it's a cosmetic thing where it's like, yes, it cosmetically looks like a vagina. Does it function like a vagina? Yes, because it is the closest thing that you can get to a vagina. Just because it's not, you weren't born
Finding a new route.
I will say I want like an OG.
When possible, make a U-turn.
An OG. I would prefer an OG.
Oj.
Just as my personal dating preference.
Yes.
Okay,
Basically,
so
what he's
are-
saying is that like dildos are not like real cocks, right? Because it's like just because it looks like
Turn
one
left.
forms like
Yeah, because then you could say like, because then people could say that like someone like
Kurwa, że
turn
tracimy. No
left
brawo wy.
prefer
Ale
penetration.
ciule.
Wyjebali?
Straszna dezorganizacja.
Or if they like penetration, you know what I mean? So it's like, if you use that argument, like,
Keep right.
if you use
And
that
then turn right.
against him, you're also
Już w tym ataku byśmy mieli punkt, gdyby nie każdy zaczął odbiegać od niego
Turn
nagle.
right.
Ale każdy chce
nie.
punkciki, każdy wiesz. To teraz ciężko
O,
znaleźć, żeby
niektórzy
wszyscy
nie rozumieją.
współpracowali. Tak.
like the other way around too, if that makes sense. That like, if that is vagina in its original form, then a dildo would be like the same thing. You
To
know
tak jak są to na BF-a na
Like
porę.
a prosthetic thing. Like if someone gets a prosthetic leg, is it not a leg?
well, it's not a leg; it's a prosthetic.
But it's a
It's-
prosthetic.
The word
leg.
before is
It's not a
prosthetic.
biological leg.
It's a different
Yeah, but
form
it's
of
still a different form of leg, but it's still a leg.
Znaczy, że po lewej zaraz są.
Że
Czołg
co?
jedzie jeszcze, a ja nie mam ammo. I'm in danger.
Changing the definitions of what things mean. So, okay, somebody who is a child abuser is somebody who has piercings.
This guy just blew up himself. Okay. That's kind of neat.
What do you mean? Someone that's a child
So if I
abuser
just
has
change the
piercings?
definition for
Yeah.
what child abuser is,
O, rakieta mi
to
po mordy
someone who has
przyleciała.
more than 5
Żyje.
piercings in
He.
the face,
Yeah.
does that
Noise.
parse in terms of actually trying to convey meaning to?
But what does that have to do with like a fake leg being called fake? It's still a leg. What does that have to do?
If you're essentially changing the definition, so
I'm not changing the
Go
definition.
straight.
It's called a prosthetic leg because it's a prosthetic leg, but it's still a
prosthetic
leg.
leg.
Therefore, if you were going
Get
under
ready to
surgery
turn
and on
left.
the document it says that you are undergoing a surgery to get a vagina, what is that on paper? A vagina.
why are you
Turn
saying
left.
vagina?
And then
Vagina.
keep left.
Why are you saying with an F?
Vagina.
No,
Keep
so
left.
first off,
And then
so
turn left.
prosthetic leg, that's either going to be made out of some sort of metal material, some sort of metal alloy. It can be made out of wood. It can be made out of plastic. There's all kinds of different materials. What we're talking about
Keep
is
right.
when they do
And then
this
turn
procedure,
right.
They basically cut a hole into you. They incise a hole.
Turn
and
right.
They invert the penis.
If
into
I
that
were a
hole, so
soldier,
you have penile
I would say
tissue.
fuck this shit and go home.
That's a hole which has penile tissue, but it's not a vagina. Now,
Były chylgówki, jeszcze raz pokaż.
no, it's just not a
Co za dramatyczne, kurwa, zespół, nie współpracować ze sobą.
Dlaczego dramatyczny powiedziałeś? że patrzysz na nich, to jest dramat. Dlatego dramatyczny.
Dla ich współpracy ze sobą, wiesz? Widać, że komandor nie potrafi ogarnąć wszystkich dowodzących.
W Kanadzie mają znaki Let Other Pass. Nie trzymaj się lewej strony, skurwysynu.
Wiemy zasad, skurwysynu. Fuck it, let's move. I'm not gonna be fucking standing around here like a little bitch. I'll either die or they kill me. Okej, tutaj najdę lecą, tutaj jest no square.
No square?
Yes. Fucking hell, they are hitting hard.
A co ty kurwa CBB spracujesz? Nie mogę sobie kurwa znaleźć jak to się mówiło. CBB.
BBC, yeah. I like.
Ej stary, to ci opowiem coś dzisiaj wyszło. Okazało się, że BBC tam ma jakiś serial taki, jak to seriale, nie? Taki zmyślone coś tam, o jakichś tam służbach, nie? Specjalnych coś tam robią. I ostatni odcinek jaki dali, to było o tym, że koleś pisał dużo form o uwolnienie informacji z rządu na temat nielegalnych tych i go ścigali. Taką propagandę jebią, wiesz, żeby bo to niedobrze, bo to zły człowiek był, bo prosił o tyle, żeby mówić mu co tam chodzi, nie? Stary, kurwa, i na koniec jeszcze go pokazali, że próbował celować snajperką w dzieciaka w głowę, nie? Na łódce tam imigranta, cześć bazę. Kurwa, Orwell to by się tu kurwa normalnie za głowę złapał, mówi ja pierdolę, wszystko wiedziałem, wszystko.
Jadę.
A już najlepsze jest to, że ktoś tam już tam zaczynał to rozkminiać i koleś, który był pokazany, nawet wyglądał podobnie jak taki inny prawdziwy żurnalista, który tam się docieka i tak dalej. Czaisz, że nawet kolesia zrobili podobnego. Masakra jest, masakra tu w Anglii. Ja dziś jak miałem iść po zakupy, to najpierw pooddychałem dobrze, głęboko. Przemyślałem, co może mnie spotkać. I dopiero wyszedłem po zakupy 15-minutowe.
No rakietami się wymieniamy, mówisz. No to masz, trzymaj.
No ryjomu.
This gigabot, they stick to the gunfight.
A penis wound.
That's what
Yep,
they have,
next.
so when you go to pay your medical bills, they're like, you're paying for your penis wound.
Well, I don't understand this. So, so okay, just because something is labeled as such, does that mean that you are the thing?
Well, just because it doesn't have the same, just because it's still a vagina.
Okay, so
like,
Vagina.
You know,
Podcasta słucham z tymi głupimi tym OnlyFankami i tak dalej, gościu tam przepytuje i tam je równa z ziemią. I tam gadają o faginie i na przykład teraz ty...
What the fuck is vagina?
No bo ona nie wymawia vagina, tylko fagina mówi, nie? I taka bo ten tłumaczy jej, bo ona wielce się upiera, że jak se trans zrobi pipkę kosmetyczną, to jest pipka, nie? Że tam bo z kutasa coś tam biorą części, coś tam odwracają, coś tam. A ten mówi, co ty mi tu pierdolisz, mówi. To jak ja sobie wezmę, utnę kutasa i zrobię z tego flashlighta, to jest też vagina?
Yeah.
Does that, because on the Uber app it says that I'm a woman, does that make me a woman?
So if you were to go to the doctor, and
answer my question first.
So no, you wouldn't, because it's not the same logic.
Okay, so I could go, my understanding, at least in California, I could go to the DMV.
Kurwa, przestrzeliłem drugi raz.
Maybe you have to go through the court, I'm not entirely sure. You can do, it's
Zjedz Snickersa.
process in California. You can request a change.
No i rykoszet jeszcze poszedł. Nie wiem, zmęczony jestem po robocie, wybacz.
It's like doing trans surgery refers to the thing as a vagina, doesn't make it a vagina.
No, but that's not what I'm saying. Just because the doctor has it on the paper, I'm not just saying because it's on paper.
That was your
I'm saying, no, what I'm saying is, so if it was on paper and it was like, yes, you were paying for this, 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 and this, it's not just the doctor that is saying that. That is medical science that is saying what it is.
No ja obecnie tak muszę idę się wyjebać, bo ammo potrzebuję. O, wsiadam.
Co potrzebujesz?
Się wyjebać, czytaj, rozumiej.
No zrozumiałem wyjebać, ale co wyjebać? Gdzie rzeczy?
Grze, bo nie miałem ammo już.
A.
The ammo was very thin.
The people that are big on the science thing, they're actual science deniers. So it's just a biological reality. Males cannot become females, females cannot become males. A male, so trans woman cannot have a vagina.
Keep right, and then go straight.
Excusez-moi.
Cutting a hole in their pubic area and inverting their penis.
Też tego czołga opierdolić.
Czołga opierdolić, staniesz przed nim. I słuchaj kurwa, tu się nie staje, albo powiedz mu, excuse me sir, you can park there.
Oj, tam pancer Shreka dostanie na ryj, to będzie miał nauczkę.
No, I understand what you're saying and I agree.
Das ist Panzer Shrek. Whoa. Who the fuck killed me? No?
Yeah, I agree with what
Go
you said.
straight.
Makes sense to me. Yes.
Okay, so you're conceding the point.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Kenny strikes back.
Ale powiem ci, że wrócę do tej dziewczyny jeszcze o tym odwróconym penisie, kurwa, vaginy. Jako chyba jedyna, tyle już tego oglądałem, jako jedyna zrozumiała, co jej wytłumaczył i powiedziała, a okej, no to ma sens teraz, rozumiem, spoko, nie ma problemu, poddaję argument, zajebiście. Sorry, podjarałem się, bo tak mało jest tych, kurwa, mądrych dziewów, że...
O kurwa, nie tu.
Therefore, you are gay.
Well, what do you mean by science is saying it?
So,
because science.
What is the?
What is science?
So, when I say that, I mean like, when you're born, like what science is saying is a man and a woman.
Well, what if sitting next to me was a surgeon who is a trans activist?
Big motherfucker.
And they also do scientific research, and they're a scientist, and they claim the science is that this is actually a vagina. Are they right?
You're saying if they based on their research?
Yes, they're the scientist, and they're claiming that that is in fact a vagina. Are they right?
No, because it's not.
Get ready to turn right.
So you're saying the science is just referencing.
No, what I meant to say was like based on what a man and a woman is supposed to be when you were. That's what I meant.
Gdzie ten czołg dokładnie?
Your position is
What do you mean?
when you believe trans women are women.
To idę się, czekaj, utopić.
Musisz utopić, a lepiej powiesić?
Dostałem się po lewo, będąc w wodzie.
What is on paper? No, it's not. What you've been talking about. From what?
Czyli popełniłeś samobójstwo zwanym rozstrzelaniem przez powieszenie, przez utopienie.
Z rybkami wolałem sobie. G7, tak?
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Like, yes, it is not considered a vagina. It's a hole.
I feel like it's like just it's a different thing. You know,
Kurwa, nie ten. Dobra, idę z góry tutaj.
Like, I just needed the why because I didn't have like the. Now that I completely understand it, it's like no, that is not a vagina. Like, yes, it is, you are correct. It is a hole, and it wouldn't be considered a vagina. But even if it is written on paper saying you have a vagina, it's for that doctor.
O, mamy coś na plecach na garach. Bo mnie zjebało
Like
tamtym.
it's like they created a different thing because the point is to make the person who's paying all this money for this surgery to like feel better. Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying on an actual point.
Yeah.
No, it's not a vagina.
It's not an OG.
Yes.
You guys
It's
over
not.
here. Do you guys want to weigh in on the topic?
Well, I mean, from a medical perspective, my understanding is if you have a fake vagina, you're not going to be taken. It's going to probably serve for aftercare. And then you can't
Get ready to turn right.
Rureczka, sypał okazję.
no matter what your pronouns are. So then that would make
Turn
or
right.
even having
That would be
spectrum. Like, I feel like it'd be on the Kinsey
having
scale.
sex with a trans woman isn't gay.
What if you're attracted to them for their femininity?
Or their what?
Feminine qualities.
Do they have a penis?
I mean,
You would acknowledge that there are trans women who still have
what
a
if
penis.
you're like
that are
imagining the butthole as a vagina though? In your
Jak się obracało tym?
I feel like
So a male's butthole
Dobra, mam.
and your
W którą stronę ustawić?
his butthole with your penis.
I mean,
That sounds really
W którą stronę pasuje ustawić?
I'm not using
Bo
this in a
szczerze nie stawiam
pejorative
nigdy
sense.
tego.
That's homosexual.
I mean,
Heterosexual
but there's
sex.
like a spectrum to it. Like
If you're fucking a male in his butthole, that is
A
homosexual.
że lufa w lewo przekrzywiona czy co?
a little bit. Like
No, not just a little bit.
I
That
feel
is like the ultimate homosexual act, essentially.
it's what he was telling me.
To enjoy that, you would have to be like, you know.
It's what he was telling me how the doctor, like, the doctor.
Welcome to Washington.
Kurwa.
Are attracted to trans females and are attracted to their qualities and people that are gay and attracted to hair men. Like I feel like there is a difference.
You'll get into emotional Margie. She'll be titties, bruh.
Like, because I'm not like into that kind of thing.
So I think there is a difference there. Like
Yeah, but I guess like a man is like considered gay once he knows that like that woman is trans, you know, and he still wants to like pursue her.
Dobra, spróbujemy go teraz podejść na czołg, kurwa, bo nie daruję mu.
Józek nie daruje ci tej nocy.
Wait, hold on. What? Wait.
Yeah, I would call it like either like bisexuality or like homosexuality.
You'd be on the Kinsey scale for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
wait. To your point, you're saying there are men who like anal sex. Are you saying receptive or giving?
Rozbudowane prawie.
Anal sex. That would still so anal sex, biological thing, that is still a heterosexual act. If you have males, you have any kind of sexual activity with a biological male and you're a male, that is a homosexual act.
Okay. How about like hermaphrodites? People with
Kurwa, zabijałem nas zaraz, nie?
I feel like it's different too if it's like, I know this one trans girl, she's like so pretty, she's like literally beautiful, and like she transitioned when she was
Aj,
like
chuj.
13 years old, so like you can like, you really can't tell. So I
Pozamiatali?
feel like the kind of person who's like, no, like she's so hot, but like the kind of person who's attracted to like that is different than somebody who's attracted to somebody who still has like masculine characteristics. Like you'd be a little bit more, I would say, like gay
Inżynier
if
chyba
you're like
miał,
into
tak?
somebody who looks
Zaczal.
more like your gender.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Idę z saczelem na tą kurwę.
A to inżynier co robi jeszcze oprócz saczela? Tam buduje te z tyłu, te
Naprawdę
supply'e,
buduje
nie?
to...
And like a guy wanted to fuck me because he thought that I was a girl. That's not gay. That's straight. Yeah, that's pretty straight. You know, he's like looking at a girl, a hot girl, and he thinks that like she's like so fucking hot. And he wants to fuck her. Yeah, that's straight. But like once you like know that I have like a dick in my pants and you're still turned on, that's where I would say like that's like yeah. Like, everybody thought my ex-girlfriend was not really straight.
It would be gay. Well, how about this? A lesbian being penetrated by a transgender woman with a penis.
Elo, elo.
3-2-0.
3-2-0 się ma tutaj, tak jest. Co tam robicie?
Ja walczę.
Ty walczysz. Całe życie walczysz.
Jo. Idę kurwa właśnie z saczela. Masz.
A Raven co robi?
Raven jeździ w Ameryce. Właśnie do stanu Washington wjechałem. Ale...
Waszyngton.
Czekaj, zaraz ci powiem ile mam jeszcze kilometrów.
Go straight.
Oj, gdzie to się patrzyło?
Washington.
Kurwa, nie wiem gdzie to się patrzyło. No jeszcze troszkę mam, ale nie mogę zobaczyć kurwa, bo nie pamiętam kiedy się patrzyło.
No.
O, już.
A to co?
Dobra, 39 mil, no to jakieś 5-10 minut mam do towar.
I wbijesz na Assetto?
Ja i wbiję pojeździć trochę. Myślałem, żeby na tych AC serwerach tam pojeździć sobie kasy, pozarabiać trochę dzisiaj może, bo dlatego wcześniej sobie ciężarówki jeździłem, a później Assetto, bo dopiero te serwery wieczorem tak sobie
Tam co to
działają.
kurwa jest? Amerykańskiego?
A ja to tak... Za dużo czasu nie mam. Pojeżdżę teraz. Potem
tak,
idę się
to nie
wykąpać.
czekaj na mnie, no tak.
Muszę się z moją poprzytulać. Że tak powiem skromnie.
Już pewnie ci bilecik wystawiłem, masz tu kurwa odpracować, bo jak nie, to nie będzie następnej kierownicy i chuj.
A, to już kurwa dawno odpracowane, panie chłopie.
Mówisz? Ale to wypłeptałeś jęzorem, czy ogólnie dawałeś tam?
Ogólnie.
Jak tam dzień minął?
A spoko. Spoko.
No to ci
Szybko zleciało w robocie, dużo było do roboty. Ale tak, bez stresu.
No i
A ja bym się w sumie potłuczył jakiegoś toru może.
no właśnie, podróż się to. Co tam następne w kolejce? Do tego Silverstone'a powinieneś pojeździć w takim bądź razie.
No ja dużo nie znam torów. Suzuka, jakiejś Barcelony, co tam jeszcze tak
No ale
mówisz?
Spa już znasz, nie? Monza znasz.
Monza mniej więcej znam, Spa już dobrze
Red
znam.
Bulla też już znasz.
Red Bulla mniej więcej znam, nie jest taki za bardzo dobrze, ale jest. I Mole też mniej więcej już znam, na podobnym poziomie jak Red Bulla. Taki podstawowy, najniższy. Co tam jeszcze? Silverstone właśnie, Nürburgring. Co tu jeszcze? Suzuka.
A, to Nurba też mógłbyś się
Vallelunga.
pouczyć. W sumie też masz rację. Vallelunga to już tam trochę później, dalej jest, tak się nie jeździ aż tak Vallelungi. Ale Nurba tak.
Jakiś, a ten Zandvoort, co to jest?
To holenderski Zandvoort.
Tak, no.
No,
Ale to jest GP-kowy, jeżdżam tam?
Wiesz co? Nie jestem pewien. To formułowy jest zawsze, ale...
Aha.
Ale... Podejrzewam, że jeżdżą. Bo to jest, no myślę, że tak. No w kompetycjonie chyba jest. Nie, poczekaj,
No.
nie?
Mugello.
No, Mugello, ale to Mugello i ten drugi, co mówiłeś wcześniej, to tak później. No, na początku to takie te bardziej tory bym poznał. Brands Hatcha.
Brands Hatcha, no już mniej więcej znam.
Znasz Brands Hatcha.
Nie jest też tak w miarę spoko jest.
No to ten drugi tor, który jest taki, zawsze mi się mylą te tory, tylko że amerykańskie, to co wczoraj jeździłem, kurde. Oj, no nie pamiętam. No musisz sobie wybrać, coś pojeździć.
Barcelona.
Nie byłem nigdy fanem Barcelony, ale Barcelonę trzeba znać.
No to właśnie o to mi bardziej chodzi. Ja na początku Bathursta też nie lubiłem, a fajnie mi się śmigać.
Bo Bathurst jest fajny, a ta Barcelona taka... Nie wiem.
Nürburgring GP. Aha.
Dobra, nie wiem, czy ty Bartku to oglądasz, czy nie jeszcze. Ja już to na razie kończę. Za 5 może minut, za 10 włączę AC. Trochę niech pobędzie.